Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Those of you that are returning and those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is Astraea Love, and I am going to be doing a psychic tarot card reading for you guys today. So I hope everybody has had a good day wherever you're at in the world. God bless you guys. God bless wherever you are from. Drinkable temperature. Okay. All right, so please know that my readings are timeless, which means whenever you get to this reading, there's going to be messages in here for you. I suggest that you watch all of the readings on both platforms. I have this platform and I have another platform called Astraea Love. ASTR, or no, this is Astraea Love, my bad. I have another platform called the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. On that platform, I use tarot cards and oracle cards, and we're working on getting that platform monetized. YouTube is in the process of approving it. And once that happens, then I can accept $20 super chats per question over there. So until that happens, oh my gosh, why is my nose tickling? Until that happens, if you have any personal questions, sorry, you guys. And sorry if you hear any weird sounds. There's vacuuming going on upstairs. Okay. Now I need to sanitize again. Okay, so anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, on that platform, we are working to getting that platform monetized. Once it's monetized, then I can accept $20 super chats per question over there. Until that happens, this will be the platform that you want to submit your questions to. I would do it at the beginning of the readings. That gives us enough time to answer your question. Again, you guys, just let you know, please send a $20 super chat with your question. Do not spam the chat with your question. I will just block anybody that does that repetitively. Okay. So I'm making sure that my cards are in the upright. So we are calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ and the Ascended Masters, our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, including the archangels, our guardian angels. And we're asking that all of that combined, all of our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, please put a protective shield around us, keeping us safe while doing these readings, of course, and then removing any negativity and any evil. We also ask God that you continue to bless and prosper this platform and uncloak it so the people that need to hear these messages can have access to that. I just want to say thank you, God, for everything that you're doing. Thank you for everything that you've done. I love you. I love you. I love you. All honor, glory, worship, and praise goes to my higher self, your higher self, the Most High God, for everything that I'm able to do. On this platform, I wouldn't be able to do it without God, without Jesus, without the Holy Spirit, without the divine realm. Sorry, you guys. I don't mean to be sniffling like that, but I just sneezed. And I think it's probably because, like, when you vacuum, it pulls, I don't know. I don't know if it's true, but if it pulls whatever dust molecules into the air, I don't know. Anyways, it is allergy season as well. So that could be what's going on. Good. You know, I don't want to take any more allergy medicine. Like, I would rather just have bee pollen and just naturally like acclimate to the what's happening with the flowers. But anyways, okay, so amen. By watching my readings, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my readings, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me, anybody in the comments, or anybody in the chat. Everybody's allowed to have their own perspective, but what's not allowed is religious bullying. I mean, I understand people are under religious psychosis, but there are so many other platforms where people can be mean and psychotic on. This doesn't need to be one of those. So yeah. No bullying anybody in the comments either. Okay. All right. And if it persists, I'll write the username down, and then I can always hide the person from the platform and block them and report them for bullying and harassment. But oh my God, if the person continues to do that, then I will write the username down, and then I will go contact the YouTube people and make a formal report with them that goes beyond just the regular reporting system that they have. So anyways, all right. I hope everybody's having a good day. Normally, I talk about the 2 books that are linked in the description box below at the beginning, but I'm going to start doing it at the end because I feel like more people will be watching by the time we finish the reading. So let's just jump into the reading. Okay, so the message that I got is that divine inspiration is going to awaken a lot of people. Now, what's the definition of divine inspiration? Why don't we just ask? What is the definition of divine inspiration? She's not going to talk to me today. She'll make me read it. Divine inspiration is the concept of a supernatural force, typically a deity or energy, influencing humans to produce creative work, experience spiritual insights, or receive messages, often described as a God-breathed process. It's commonly associated with the composition of sacred texts and direct, profound guidance from a divine source. It's a belief that thoughts, actions, or writings originate directly from God. I don't believe that writing at all originates directly from God. But that's okay. People can believe whatever they want to believe. Rather than merely human intellect, I believe that it's through our connection with our higher self. Okay. Biblical interpretation and Christian theology, it signifies that the Holy Spirit guided human authors to record scripture, making it authoritative. Creative and practical use, it can refer to a sudden, profound idea. This is what I'm getting a hit on. That a person believes is granted by a higher power. Artists, writers, or musicians feeling guided by a divine force to create a masterpiece. Ding, ding, ding. Religious leaders interpreting a text. No. An individual experiencing a divine moment of clarity. Ding, ding, ding. So that's basically, and the synonyms, which means a similar word to it, is like revelation, spiritual guidance, illumination, celestial divine influence, prophetic insight, enlightenment, and sacred inspiration. Viewed as a divine mind interacting with human thought to provide wisdom or comfort. I like that. So basically, you guys could be getting divinely inspired, okay? Oh, shit. Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and send your super chat. That makes me so sad. I was so happy for you. Damn. Damn. Every time you think you get a breakthrough, no, I don't want to say every time, but sometimes that happens where I'm like, yes, I finally overcome something, and then boom, like the universe brings it back in to slap me in the face to say like, oh, you did not overcome something. It's still bothering you. Oh, anyways. But yes, you can send your super chat in. Okay, so, and just to let you guys know, I don't know if I said this at the beginning. If you have any, I think I did. If you have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 super chat with your question, and I'll pause the collective reading, and then I will answer your question. If you guys could do me a favor and like the video, it greatly helps, and I am eternally grateful. Okay. So as we wait for Tropical Tarot to send that in, let's see what else comes through. Oh yeah, so being divinely inspired. Situation with K. Okay, anonymously. Oh, okay, I remember you. All right. Really, the Thoth deck? Okay, so Tropical Tarot, I'm going to answer anonymously known rave girl's question first. And we're going to look at situation with K. Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you. So go ahead and send your question, and then I will answer it after I answer anonymously rave girls. Thank you. I just did see that. Awesome. And I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. Good thing that I saw that as well. Okay. And thank you for being so considerate. Yeah, YouTube does take like 30% of it, but it is what it is. All right, situation with K. So I know that the last time that we talked, anonymously rave girl, it was like, well, it's like hot. Yeah, I did receive it, Tropical Tarot. Absolutely. Oh, let me hit the button. Almost forgot. Okay, there we go. So I know the last time that we talked anonymously rave girl, that it was like hot and cold with this person. So I'm using the Thoth deck to see what other energies are going on. Because it feels like that cold energy again. And it's not like this person's giving you the cold shoulder. It's just like, well, I'm wondering what's going on with them to where they can't open up to you. Like, what is that about, Holy Spirit? Okay, I get that pride is in the way, but... Okay, let me just ask a question. Is there more than one type of pride? Is there more than one type of pride? There's two types.
Yes, research identifies two main types of pride. Authentic pride, which is generally seen as positive, and hubristic pride, which is considered negative. To explore different perspectives, tap the mic and ask, what are the characteristics of authentic pride?
Okay, I'm not getting that it's authentic, so I'm just going to read the hubristic pride. So, oh, there's actually another one. You did not say. So, dignity pride. Okay, it's not that one. All right, characterized by arrogance, hubris. Okay, so hubris is like a combination of being arrogant, prideful, and I would say like boastful. So hubristic pride, characterized by arrogance, conceit, and an inflated sense of self, is often arises in the absence of specific accomplishment or from global beliefs about one's innate superiority. It's linked to maladaptive traits such as low self-esteem. We talked about this person having low self-esteem before. Narcissism, aggression, and relationship dissatisfaction. Boom. Okay. So, okay, so let me make sure that you're still here, anonymously rave girl. So remember we were talking about this person's self-esteem issue? Okay, good, you're still here. So that's kind of what I'm getting. You know, this person in the past, in their past relationships, I feel like this hot and cold energy was tolerated. And so this person's taking the same energy into this relationship and thinks that they can do this type of behavior, basically, which I think is, you know, it's, well, first of all, people just learn, like they'll learn that you can't treat everybody the same. Okay. Works. Interesting. Like this is like the miracle card, the Holy Trinity. You see those three circles there in the pyramid. So let me ask about the works. What's the word? Is the works anonymously rave girls energy? Yes. Okay. So were you guys talking again? Did he get in contact with you? And then is this now another ghosting situation? Because what I'm getting is that he's being hubris, like, which is arrogant, prideful, and foolish. Okay. I guess like all of those combined together would equal foolishness. Knight of Discs. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, the Knight of Discs energy, that's like almost the same thing as the Knight of Pentacles. Not Nikita. Not Nikita. Okay, so this is a different person. Wait, so have you had contact with Kay? Because I'm getting that this is whoever Kay is. Interesting. Okay, so what I'm being shown is that both Nikita and Kay do have something in common, and it has to do with this hubris energy. In your head, this Keon guy suddenly wants to be with you. Okay. Oh, his name is Keon. That's actually a really cool name. Okay, let me ask about the Knight of Discs. So is the Knight of Discs Keon? Yeah, okay. Do you know a whole lot about this person? Does he want to be with you? I feel like this person, well, they love the idea of you. Let's just say that. Does this person live in your area? Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't, you know, if somebody's being a bully, I can just block them. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me hide this person. Okay. All right. There they go. Okay. So, actually, I like Keon's energy, even though they're showing up as a Knight of Discs, which I would rather have you be with an Emperor energy. I also get that. Okay, what is this about zoning? I'm getting something about like foot zoning. Maybe this person has problem with their feet. I mean, that's a really weird specific detail to get, so I'm not for sure what that has to do with anything. Let's pull some more cards. Indolence. Yeah, be aware. I mean, I do get that this Keon energy wants to be around you, but it has to do with this works energy, like whatever that you're doing for the collective. And I also get that, be aware that you may be dealing with somebody that's kind of lazy. Indolence is like, well, it's lazy. What is the definition of indolence? A habitual inclination to laziness, sloth, or avoidance of activity and exertion, which is kind of like a counteractive energy to, yeah, you don't want somebody that is, well, I do get the energy from this person that they want to ride your coattails. This person can sense when people are about to get a blessing. Okay, so are they a bad person though? And do you have access to this person? Does he want to be with you? I get that he does, but it might not be for the right reason. So that's what I want to kind of, yeah, look, abundance. I would be very much looking into this person, well, as much as you can, asking about what their financial situation. I know that's like hard to do though, because it looks like to me that you have a lot of abundance coming in. I don't feel comfortable with somebody wanting to be with you, looking at you as being a stabilizing force. This person should have their own stability. Also, I will tell you that the Knight of Discs is the same thing as the Knight of Pentacles. It's somebody that like will work really hard but not get, you don't even talk yet. Okay, so this is the warning that you're getting. This person could be working very hard and not getting anything from that. So are you thinking, you think he left his ex? Let me ask, did he leave his ex? Yeah, I do feel like he did leave his ex. Interesting. Just be aware that this person may not have their finances fully together. Failure. Laziness and failure. So at the first sign, so if you were to welcome in Fashionista, you're a student, he's richer than you. That's basically what the Knight of Discs is, but there's something about this person's energy. It's almost like when they get in a relationship, they start to become lazy in some type of way. Interesting. What else do we need to know? Yeah, I don't know what the failure card is about. Let me ask another question. Princess of Discs. Yeah, this is the best time for you to use your intuition. See how she's got like a pendulum, so that you don't want to get in bed with somebody that is gonna, like, it gives the vibe of like puts off the best foot forward at the beginning, but then after a certain amount of time reveals his true character. That's what I'm getting. But no, I don't get the lazy energy from you, anonymously known right girl. I'm not getting that energy. I'm getting that this person may become lazy in a relationship. This could be why their past relationship didn't work out. Maybe they didn't want to put in the effort to keep that person. So that's what you're being warned about. I don't get that they're a bad person though, but they are attracted to you because of your good energy and because of your abundance. And, this person may only have the abundance that they have, even though this person makes more money than you by possibly. Okay, there are some men out there that siphon the energy of the women that they're with, right? And when they do this, they get income. But then, and some men are aware that they do this, some men are not aware that they do this. And then when, the relationship ends, that person realizes, they'll realize all of a sudden that, there's like a decrease in sales or a decrease in my income. And then they're like, I would rather just get back with the ex. And that's what this person's energy is giving, because then I can siphon their energy again. Even though that may not be the conscious thought, it still is like, I was doing better when I was with that person. Well, yeah, a woman will support a man and take care of a man, like in many, many ways that, men are, I love men and women equally. Okay. Like I'm not dissing men, but men are not as nurturing, okay, as women are. And we already know that you have a divine feminine energy. He's a DJ who travels the world. Wow. That's actually really cool. Okay. Yeah, I get what I'm getting though, on honestly, Brave Girl, is that this person they do this. They break up with the ex, they get back together with the ex. That's the cycle that they're on. And maybe they break up when they're like gonna go travel, and then when they come back, they get back together with them. Do you go to school with this person? Because I get that, like, that's what this person's doing. Yeah, literally. And they don't know that they harvest people's energy. They really do not know that. Also, I'm getting that you using your discernment, protecting your good energy is very important. Spirit wants you to see something about a certain type of person that you're drawing in or that you're attracted to. These people that I want to say when they get in a relationship with someone, they become lazy and they would just rather have the other person do all of the work. Success, but so that they can have the success. So it looks like to me, it doesn't matter who you're with, you're still going to be successful. But I feel like you can do way better than a Knight of Discs energy. But the fact that the Princess of Discs came out shows me that your energy is reflecting this person's energy. It's like mirroring it for better or for worse, right? Not to say that you're lazy at all. I'm literally not getting that about you, but I do get that This person's used to like breaking up and making up. Let's just say that. You don't want completion with him. Okay, so is this like you just wanting so what are you wanting from him then? Are you wanting like sexual relationship? I think he could definitely provide that. But again, in his mind, he thinks he can just get back with his ex any given time. You felt a very bad vibe suddenly. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel like this person is your person, to be quite honest. But I do feel like, you know, okay, if you were interested in this person and you guys started talking and were to go out on a date, I don't think you could trust this person to only see you. Like if you're like, okay, well, let's only date each other. I don't think you could trust this person to do that. I'm getting that they're into one night stands and they're into having flings when they're out of town. This person breaks up and makes up a lot with their other person. Art. This is like representing them being a DJ. They're so invested in this art that they do that it's taking over control. It's more, this person being a DJ is more important to them than having any type of relationship. Just to let you know that. So they're going to put being a DJ before any other person, right? And this person also feels like through the avenue of being a DJ, he's a clown. Yeah, through the avenue of being a DJ, that he feels like he can go anywhere and get vagina anywhere, okay? And that's just like through, I'm not judging people that are DJs, please don't think that, but it's just through the avenue of like, you know, DJing, going and partying and stuff like that. I also feel like this person takes advantage of people when they're drunk or tries to. I'm not getting grape energy, but I'm getting like, get them as drunk as possible. So you are being warned about that. Strife. You're definitely being warned about this person. Okay. Their need to succeed and be looked at like they're a ladies' man is more important than them actually having a successful relationship. And I feel like you are probably 100 to 200 to 300 times more mature than this person. You know, I really do. Like, I don't think this person has the emotional or mental maturity to actually be on your vibration. Debauchery. What was I just saying about the drinking and I'm not please don't think I'm judging people that drink and have sex and all of that and have one night stands. I'm really not. It's just this person is in that habit of doing that and they're using the avenue of being a DJ so that they can have access to multiple women. And this could be why him and his ex break up and make up, okay? Also, be aware that this person may be into gift giving. Like they may cheat on their ex and then come back with a gift. I feel like that's super devious. Yes, of course you are so much, like seriously, so much smarter. Satiated. Yeah, you're being warned. Remember how I said that some men will harvest women's energy? That is the definition of vampirism. Satiated, that's like, that's taking somebody's energy. I don't feel like this person's aware that they're like that though, which is kind of sad because it means they'll probably not ever address that, you know? Oh, thank you guys for being so kind. Interference. Yeah, the thing is, anonymously Rave Girl, you are so divinely protected that if this person was going to try to harvest your energy in any way, you would be given dreams about them, you would be warned. Like they would have interference, they would be interfered with, let's just say that, by your spiritual team. And I don't feel like you're going to go, even though your screen name is anonymously Rave Girl, I don't think that you're going to go down this avenue of debauchery or debauchery, however you say that word. And I love the Loa Baron Somdi, so I am not making fun of people that are debaucherous. I'm just saying that as far as a lifestyle choice, that's not where you're headed. You're a very successful person because you do use your intuition. Yeah, anything that this person does as far as harvesting your energy is futile. So they may look very attractive. They may have things about them that are very attractive, but I feel like, how do you stop going through this stuff? Well, you got to go within and change whatever's going on within you that's drawing in people that are, I think it could be a fear of rejection, could be a fear of abandonment, but healing that, knowing that you are enough, knowing that your higher self, God, is enough and is always going to be enough. And then being okay with the person that God has for you coming in, being okay with that person not matching your usual type. I think that that's partially what you're learning here, is that what you think you want is not exactly what you want. And there was a time in my life when I was younger and what I thought I wanted was destructive for me, right? Yeah, misogyny. Isn't that when you're with one person? You want somebody that wants to be with one person. Because I feel like you don't have a problem committing to somebody, but these other people that you've drawn in, they don't like being with one person. They are still in that, and this could be because you're young, but they're in that exploratory phase of their life where, and look, I'm not judging this, but I'm just saying that they're in that exploratory phase of their life where they want to experience more than one person. I feel like you are the type of person that would rather just be devoted to one person. So, you know, that's a huge difference that's why I said you're like so much more mature, you know, than this person. But these are the things that you need to know about them before you get in a relationship with them. And this person needs to actively use protection, unless I'm literally getting that this person could already have created a child that they don't even know about. So in another country or in another place of the world. So I feel like they need to use protection and they need to get tested regularly. Dominion. Yeah, it's going to be futile for this person to try to have dominion over your life or even have access to your energy for success. And now that you know that you have this good energy, just make sure that you protect it and that you give it to somebody who is worthy, because this person is not in any way on your level. They may look good and the idea of them may sound good, but actually being with this person would not be good for you. Because you're wanting to get serious about your life, not saying that you're like, oh, I want to get married right away, but you are moving in the direction of being an adult, living a serious life. And don't take serious the wrong way. It doesn't mean that you're not fun. It just means that you're not wanting to sleep with multiple people. You're not wanting to have menage a trois. That's like a threesome. And you're also not in the business of getting with somebody and getting back. No, I don't get that this person's going to become worthy anytime soon. I'm getting that this person's got another at least 5 years of doing the same thing before he figures out that this is not what he wants. And by the time he figures that out, he may have children. I mean, things could definitely change. Yeah, I would not bother with this person. I really wouldn't. You know, God, Jesus, the angels want you to let go of the attraction to people like this, I would just say. And this person still messes with their ex. Like I said, it's an on and off relationship continuously. Like anytime this person goes out of town, he's like, oh, let's break things up. And then when he comes back, oh, let's make things up. Yeah, you don't want to be in that type of relationship. Okay. So let's pull one more card for you and then throw your fishing line back out there. Heal whatever it is within you that drew this person in. Because again, they do look good. They're attractive. But I will say that this person will cause you a lot more suffering than anything good that would come from them. You already seen his future. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It's not pretty. That's look, ruin, this person will lead you to ruin. They're already ruining their own life. It's because they, you know how I was talking about the hubris? This person thinks that they can just treat all women the same, and they don't understand that that's not how things work. Okay. I mean, it'll get, like, for a short time in their life, they'll be able to do that. But in the future, they're going to have to start putting respect on people if they want to have a successful relationship with a real person. And trust me, this person's ex will eventually get tired of the back and forth. But I also get that whoever this person deals with on a regular basis, this ex-girlfriend or whatever, they are also very immature. So it's like you're light years ahead of them when it comes to maturity. So I would be reframing what you're looking for and what you're asking for when it comes to love. Okay. All right. And yes, I agree totally with Marisha Pittman. Yes, go ahead and send your question, Tropical Tarot. But yeah, that's what you need to know about that person. I would definitely, it's okay to be friends with them, but I would, keep your distance from him. Okay. Mind. She said, I know you want her, and threw a box of Oreos at you. Want who? Did you send a question before? Who? Want who? You're not even talking to any other women. So she seriously thinks that you want somebody else. Are you serious? And she threw a box of Oreos at you and left? What? Oh my God. Okay. Like, this seems to be, that's real weird to me. And she didn't say who. I know you want her, and then who? What the hell? That is so freaking weird. So why did that happen? This is what I'm thinking. I mean, I'm going to pull cards on it, but this is what I'm literally thinking. So for whatever reason, this keeps coming up in the readings when people ask personal questions. With one of my other clients, this same situation where somebody basically lied to this person's girlfriend and said that he cheated on her when he didn't. And I looked and he didn't. And then she believes it. But every time she believes that lie, she gets possessed by something. And that's a very weird ass situation to go through. So, let's look and see. Yeah, that's real weird. So I'm wondering if, first of all, if she didn't say who, I would be like, what? What are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Secondly, oh, there's a girl bartender at the Kava bar, and she started thinking that you liked her. So she said, block her, then you did. And then she got mad. I see. Okay. So this is somebody that you actually, and you've stayed away. She even said, do not look at her. Okay. So the weird thing about people is, like, look, if she thought that you looked at her funny, okay, this is the thing. Why do people believe that when somebody looks at somebody else, that person automatically wants them back? Like, that bartender could have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Yeah. Is this a mental health thing? Let me just ask, is it a mental health thing? No. Okay, then what is this? Is this some other type of, is this something that I don't know about? Yeah, I'm not getting it's somebody putting thoughts into her mind. I think that she really thought that you were looking. Oh, this is who's involved. I'm getting that she, well, first of all, just to let you guys know, and this is not me judging, please don't think that, but bars and places like bars, nightclubs, etc., is where these things hang out at. Okay. And when you're drinking spirits, okay, well, when spirits are involved, like alcohol, beverages, Diablo, that's like when people, have you ever guys been around somebody that when they get drunk, their personality changes and you can see a different spirit take over? That's because the spirits that they're drinking are spirits. Okay, so now that we understand that. No, I know that you're not interested, but this is definitely, the bar doesn't sell alcohol. Okay. Oh, kava. I know what kava is. Kava's like a tea. It's like a relaxation tea. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Well, now let me look at it a different way. Yes, kava bar. Okay. I'm getting that it has to probably do with like kava tea. Well, I do get that you guys are going to get past this. Oh, what is a kava bar? But I don't feel like you should have to live your life walking on eggshells. And yes, about her being insecure, possibly. It's an alcohol-free and often tranquil establishment, similar to a coffee house that serves beverages made from the ground root, whatever that word is. Okay. There are lounges that offer a calming, earthy, and sometimes euphoric tea-based drink that provides social and stress-relieving effects. Interesting. Socializing without alcohol. I love that. Okay. So why in the hell would there be actual spirits there? Unless this is something, let me ask, if the spirit came from the bar. I don't get that it did. Okay. You don't drink? Yeah. I totally understand that. Yeah, I know you need the relationship to be stable. So have you talked to her about, yes, I get that she does feel guilty. Have you talked to her about moving in? I would be, yeah, let's look and see. I mean, I do get that in the past there was cheating. Let me ask if that's what's going on now. Jesus. Okay. It feels like that. Remember how I said that if she flips out, it could be because she's talking to X or has had an interaction with X, with the X. So she's basically bringing this suffering upon herself. Let's see. No, I don't get a hit on Mike. Justice, the first card. What? Okay, so yes. I am getting that what you're picking up on is accurate. You have dead ass, very accurate in like intuition. And I've always said that you're a high priestess, even though you're a man. Okay, so the justice is about personal integrity. She doesn't have integrity right now. All right. But no, I don't get a hit on Mike. Yes, God does talk to you. I don't get a hit on Mike. Is there anybody else that you know of that she could have been talking to? Wasn't there somebody else? The Knight of Cups energy. Let me just ask. Is the Knight of Cups? No, it's not your energy. Okay. Is the Knight of Cups Mike's energy? No. Is the Knight of Cups somebody new? No, they're not somebody new. Let me read you the description of the Knight of Cups. You might be able to figure out who this person is. Signifies somebody who's under 40. They may be like in their 30s or younger than that. I mean, I'm getting like a young energy here. Romantic and calm nature, makes decisions with his heart, thinks carefully before acting and speaking, sensitive to others, well educated, idealistic, persuasive, possible invitation or proposition. In love, he is considerate and generous, but only with love. This person doesn't have finances. Okay. Actually, their love is bullshit as well. And they have a small penis as well. So there's a lot of, this person wants to come in and rescue her from what? Maybe she's saying something about you that is not true. I mean, that's what I am getting. Is there anybody else? Oh, yeah, I forgot about Sean. Is this Sean's energy? My God. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like Sean. He's never, like I said, we talked about Sean before. Sean will never boss up for her. Like I said, I don't know how young he is, but he's given real immature. And I also don't like his energy. I feel like he's some type of like, he does something like bad. Like I'm not necessarily getting like a gang, but like he could be doing something that could get him arrested in the future. So yes, I did get a confirmation with Sean energy. Okay. All right. Which I don't like this person, and I'm not judging them. I just personally feel like if they're falling into a category of somebody who is like in their early 30s or their late 20s, like that's the energy that they're giving off. They could be selling substances, or they could be, they're doing something illegal. I'll just say that. I can pick up that right. Why does she want you to stay away from Kava? Well, I do get that she thought that you were looking at this bartender. I mean, the thing is that I don't even get that you have a wandering eye. So it's you know, it's very indicating to me that now that y'all are back in town, like, because while you guys were out of town on vacation, she didn't have the ability to communicate with Sean or be around Sean. Now it seems like all of a sudden, since Sean's energy is involved, things are going to shit again. And this is why she should have just been honest and stayed the F away from him and not talked to him at all. Oh. No, I know you're not interested. I don't think that you're dumb. I think that you're just conflicted. Look, with a heart, I think it's Selena Gomez sings a song that says the heart wants what it wants. Your heart wants what it wants. Her heart wants what it wants. Sean's heart, this person is an a-hole, okay? And I'm not judging them because they sell substances or whatever, but I am saying that they're doing something illegal. They may end up getting themselves put in jail. Interesting. But they're showing up as a really immature person that has only a cup of half-assed love. If it came to like this person, if it came to Sean wanting to actually be with her, he would never boss up for her. Like, and this is why I don't understand why he continues to meddle in your guys' relationship. Yes, it is a confirmation. Absolutely. In fact, the angels that are around me are telling me, they're like, yes, it is Sean. But yeah, because I didn't get a hit on Mike at all. I don't know who Mike is to her, but I did not get a hit on Mike at all. She said, it sounds like if that wasn't there, you would be with him. And she said yes. Okay, like I said, Sean would never boss up for her. This person, they make their money by doing something illegal. Okay, and it could be more than one thing that's illegal. If he wasn't a felon, is he a felon? Oh my God, she needs to stay away from him. Okay, so this is all Sean's ever going to be. I don't feel like they're real competition, but if she continues to communicate with this person or go around them or have them around her, she will be possessed by whatever this hateful spirit is that's now blaming you for some shit that you're not even a part of. Okay? Like, literally. And it could be that, she went around Sean again and now she's feeling guilty. And that's called projection. When somebody is feeling guilty about what they've done and they project onto others. The Sun card came out for you. So this is shining a light down upon something that you need to see about the situation so that you can have justice. Because you have integrity. Sean knows he's going back to prison. Interesting how I was just picking up on that. So what is his problem? Well, I get that she's also the problem. The fact that she keeps communicating with him. Yeah, she's also the problem. She shouldn't have done that. 7 of Wands. You may have to defend yourself. And the thing is that you may have to defend yourself, but also this person is trying to compete with you to win her heart, even though this person has no intention of ever bossing up for her. This person would never become a husband. They're acting like they need to come in on their high horse here and rescue her from you. And you just took her on a vacation and splurged on her. And remember, you're dealing with somebody that does operate from greed. He was selling drugs in prison and getting them dropped into the yard. What? He doesn't care. I completely agree with that. He does not. And this is why I'm wondering, why does he continue to meddle with y'all's relationship if this person has no intention? Like let's say that you guys, and I'm not speaking this into creation, but if you guys were to break up, Sean would not ever be like, oh, let me be your man. Like, I literally get that all this person wants is sex. They want to come in and act like they can rescue her from what? No, this person is some type of warlock energy, and I don't like them. Like, in general, I don't like the way that they're slithering around like a snake. Also, this person lies about shit. They lie about everything, actually. If they've got a probation officer, this person is selling substances right now, okay? If they have a probation officer, I would contact that person and be like, look, you need to take a trip to this person's house. I mean, that's real vindictive, but I will say that this person's not doing right by others. How do you convince her that this thing isn't real, that you don't want that, girl? Well, the thing is that you're dealing with projection. So this is all based off of something that was set into, like, I was telling you that if she communicates or gets back around Sean, you're going to definitely know. And this is the manifestation of that. So I don't know how I don't know how to control people's minds. I don't know how to convince them of the truth. You know, I do not get that you're attracted to this other person. And I also get that you don't even go to this kava bar without her. So it's like Hierophant. Okay, so Sean's about to be judged. He also could belong to some type of, you know, I don't know, Santa Muerte witchcraft thing. Interesting. He's going to be judged, though, by this Hierophant group. Oh, shit. So when he goes back to jail, she could be in debt. If he's been in prison before, she could be in debt right now because she was giving a lot of money to him while he was in jail, putting money on his books. Yes, absolutely. She's had contact with him. That's what's causing this energy. There's that. Remember that hateful ass spirit that was before? We got rid of that one, but another one has showed up. And so, you know, this one is like an Asmodeus spirit. Asmodeus is like a demon of lust. Look, death. The hell? Okay. What is up with the death? How frustrating. I'm so sorry that you're going through that. Okay, so let me ask, how many days ago? Okay, was it 1 day ago? No. 2 days ago? No. 3 days ago? 4 days ago. Okay, so it might have been around 3 days ago. It seems like y'all were together and then something happened, like she went home, something like that. Maybe she went to go feed her dog or something. Yeah, because it feels like you guys were together. It's so in the same day that she either talked to Sean or met up with him, you guys had already been around each other. So that's what I'm literally getting. Yeah, same day type energy. Interesting. Will you ever have the balls to leave her? Yes, I do feel like, well, look, I would love for her to get it together, because she is going to miss out on somebody that would have been a stabilizing force. You're a very good person, a stabilizing force in her life, bringing stability, being loving. Like, you've done everything right. Don't develop a hatred of women because of this situation. She still has an attachment to Sean, and she's going to lie about that shit. Like, she's not going to tell you the truth, but she still has an attachment to him. I don't feel like this is a healthy attachment. And I also feel like every time she comes into contact with him, it's like there's always a new energy that's bad that gets sent forward. Empress. Yeah, I don't even get that she's the Empress energy yet. Well, it just depends where people's maturity is at. So, yeah, going back to where I was thinking, like, why do people think, like, when somebody looks at another person, why do they think that that person that they're looking at, and I'm not saying that you looked at this person wrong, but why do they think that that person that they're looking at, like, wants to be with them? Like, that's delusional as hell. That's how I know this is some type of weird projection. So yeah, I feel like you deserve an Empress energy, which, if you defend yourself and be like, look, I'd be like, do you want to be with me or not? What is up with this energy? I would literally ask her. You didn't have envious eyes. No, I know that. She had 1 day off and you went to work. Wow. Well, I don't get a good vibration from Sean. 7 of Cups, because he feeds her illusions. I think you just have to do some thinking about if you want to continue this relationship, if it's worth it to you or not. I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you that she's going to stay and remain possessed until she does something about. Secondly, I don't know if she's tried to do voodoo on you recently, but I am picking that up, that she's going to try to put some witchcraft on you. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be blocked. That's going to be straight up blocked. So she feels the need to challenge your authority over something, and she doesn't really have the ability to do that. 6 of Cups. You mentioned children, but I get that she's not ready for kids. She is definitely not ready for kids. And I feel like it would take you maybe 6 months to be ready for kids, but she's going to take longer than that, especially if she continues to go back to this other person. So she said, stay away from her. Yeah, that's very suspicious to me. Since she feels like she can show up at your house whenever, I would drive by her house and see if homeboy's car is there, like literally. Magician. What did I just say about her trying to do magic on you? Okay, God, we ask in advance that this stupid shit be stopped, that all of this witchcraft and voodoo and everything like that be intervened on and stopped, and that she be shown that using magic is not a way to trap somebody. I mean, it obviously is a way that witches and warlocks use to trap people, but you want to know the irony of this? You defended yourself and she threw the Oreos. You know, the irony of this is that the Sean is doing witchcraft on her, and then she's doing witchcraft on you. Like, that's the irony, right? I don't know why it just cut out right there, but what you do to others will be done to you. And so that's literally like the reason that she's being put up under witchcraft is because she was trying to do that to you. I would run for the hills. And I feel like if you try to cut things off permanently, she is going to freak out. But you would be much better suited with somebody who's actually ready to have children, who is not going to put you up under spells, who doesn't resort to voodoo. I also get that she is not melanated. She should not be playing in voodoo. She should not be playing in this type of witchcraft. Okay, it's going to get her ultimately effed up. Queen of Pentacles. Look, I think that she wants to become a Queen of Pentacles off of your energy. I know that you say that she makes more money, but it seems to me like a lot of her money in the past has gone to being put on Sean's books. Man, I wish that you could trust her, but you need to use your intuition at this time, because you're showing up with integrity. I do feel like Sean is going back to prison. You're definitely right about that. Okay, is there anything else that we need to know? Which means it would be the end of a battle for a short amount of time, but she's still going to talk to him. Ten of Cups. Use your intuition so that you don't miss out on having a good life. And she's got to understand that she's, you know, first of all, she knows that she's projecting. She knows that you were not doing anything. She's also, the spirit that's with her, God, can you get that shit out of the energy? I don't even want to encounter that. The spirit that's with her is extremely greedy and hateful. Why did you attract this situation? Let's ask. Okay, I feel like it has to do with somebody wanting to take something from you. Five of Wands, competition. So yeah, this person trying to compete with you. Yeah, and it would be very hard to be in a relationship with somebody that you're having to always compete with other people for. Even though this person's going back to jail, she needs to get it together. I would literally, the next time you talk to her, so you heal whatever it has to do with competition, that you're afraid of losing somebody to competition, and greed and lust for power. And then, you know, give her an ultimatum. Be like, do you want to be with me or not? Like, putting all of the BS aside, do you want to be with me or not? I feel like if you break up with her, you guys separate, she's going to try to do more witchcraft on you. That she still has not understood. Like, she does not know that you are a direct descendant of Archangel Michael. She doesn't know that. This is why she thinks that she can just do more witchcraft to put you up under a spell. She probably believes that the reason that you took her on vacation was because her witchcraft was working. No. I made sure, first of all, that you have an energy that's like selenite. It's like this crystal. This is why I was saying the demons cannot get inside of you. That crystal clears negative energy. So yeah, I don't want you to miss out on having a good life. And I don't want you to be worried about having spells done on you, because again, do not eat from her. If she tries to give you anything to drink or eat, do not eat it or drink it. And if she gets mad when you do not, she knows you have powers. Exactly. If she gets mad that you do not eat or drink from her, you are going to know 100% that there is something that she has put in that shit. And the only way that you can really break that type of stuff is either having somebody like me or the other psychic I work with clear it, or fasting and praying, okay? Which, you know, is something that's extremely powerful, by the way. So yeah, I don't want you to miss out on having a good life, but what she's doing, trying to manipulate the relationship, and she wants to have her cake and eat it too. That's what it is. Sean's never going to be anything more than a loser. Like, as far as when it comes to stepping up, he's not going to do that. I feel like you deserve so much better. So I, you know, you need to ask her, do you want to be with me or not? Stop playing games. And eventually you'll want to tell her, look, I know that you have been doing witchcraft on me. Like, I know it. Don't say that I told, but just be like, I had a dream, or I was told, God showed me. Because you will see what she's trying to do. If she tries to give you something, you know, yeah, she knows you have power. If she tries to give you something to eat or drink, the next time she sees you and you refuse it, she'll get pissed off. So, and if you ever catch her in the middle of the night making spaghetti or doing anything else weird like that, yeah, confirmation, do not eat that. Yeah, I know she knows you have power. Look, Archangel Michael cut the deck on that. So I can't tell you what to do, but, you know, you need to ask her, do you want to be with me or not? And if not, then, you know, separate. But she will try to do witchcraft because she thinks that it's working. It's not working. She's not ever going to become, I don't care, like, yes, like actual spells. Yeah. She's hoping for it to completely take over you and for you to give away all of your fortune to her. That's what she's wanting. And she's operating from greed. But yeah, actual spells. Like she tried with the spaghetti thing. Then I cleared that. And now she's trying a different type of witchcraft. And yeah. She does not know that her magic is that she'll never, and like this is the thing that you have to understand, she will never ever be more powerful than you. It doesn't matter what type of witchcraft is not the answer. It doesn't matter what type of magic she does, she'll never ever be more powerful than you. But you know, for you to remain healthy and stuff, do not eat or drink from her. And it, like I said, if she you know, I drive by her house. She's not going to know if you drive by her house. See if somebody's there. If you suspect when somebody is there, drive by. And if she is like, oh, here, I made this for you. No, it goes in the garbage. In fact, I wouldn't even throw it away in your own garbage. I would throw it away in a garbage bin outside. Okay. But you're going to be okay. And also, we ask God, Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, Divine Realm, to reverse all of the witchcraft that was done just recently by her. Okay. So some things to think about. Some things to think about. All right, you guys. So when it comes to divine inspiration, it could come through. You barely think something, and they give it to you. Exactly. Yeah, you're very good at manifesting. But where she thinks that witchcraft is the answer, it's not the answer. It's never going to be the answer, okay? And I only believe in doing spells on yourself or doing positive things to help other people. I really do not believe in messing with people's free will. That will get people messed up. And she could be going through mental health stuff because of the backfire of what she's trying to do to you. So again, you could burn a return to sender candle, or you could just ask, you know, pray Psalm 91, ask God to return it and reverse it all. Okay, so going back to the reading, we are going to talk about divine inspiration. Being divinely inspired, you guys, could be to write something, could be to sing something. You're very welcome. I'm sorry that you're going through that though. Ace of Wands, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Divine inspiration has to do with like you getting a good idea and then the universe backing it. And that could come through a dream. A lot of people who write books Well, actually, I've been finding out lately that a lot of authors, even Harry Potter, got most of her stuff from other fairy tales, so from other pieces of work. But a lot of people do write books off of things that they dreamed about. Yeah, reverso spaghettio. I love that. That's so funny. I love that. That is so funny. Expecta, what is it? Expecta patronum. So yeah, also you guys could be getting ready to like preparing to have a wonderful, happy family life. This is a perfect time to begin a new project. Anything is possible. Your guys' personal power is at a high point, a very high point. I also get that, you know, this divine inspiration could come through like a meditation. It could come through a dream. It could also come through you just doing an activity and then getting a good idea. The Lovers, I'm digging that. Wow. So yeah, beautiful family life. The Lovers, that's like divine love union. Okay, so some of you may get an idea of something to do with a lover, like I want to say like a group project or a group business venture, group idea, you and somebody else. Interesting. That shows me a period of good times. Both of those cards show me a period of good times. The Five of Pentacles. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Who is this other person? Okay, so this could be a relationship that you form at work. Or if you're creating a new business, this could be like somebody coming in to your business and then you falling in love with them, which again, I usually say don't mix love and business together, but when it's the right person, it's not a threat. This Five of Pentacles energy is nothing that you need to fear. This is something that somebody else is going through. Maybe whatever you create will help people that are in the Five of Pentacles. So you coming together with another person has got somebody else really worried, okay? Really worried here. Why are they so worried? What is this about? Oh, because they're afraid that if you get with this other person, if you get a divine soulmate or a twin flame contract, then you'll fly away or disappear. People are so funny. Oh my gosh. It's so funny to me how people will become 100% consumed. Oh, also Tropical Tarot, she may have a voodoo doll on you. We also cancel and rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Absolutely not. Stupid. If you've been having lower back pain or right side pain, yeah. Reverso, voodoo doll, and spaghettio. Or spaghettio. Reverso spaghettio. So for a lot of you guys, you know, the work that you create with somebody else could be a family. It could also be a business, and it could bring people who are at the bottom up, which means it's inspirational. So you being divinely inspired will inspire others. That's how you know it comes from God. Like literally, when you're able to share it with others, and it makes a huge difference. Ace of Pentacles. Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. Yes. That is God being like, look, I got you. Like, don't worry. I got you. Material possessions come in easily. Projects will grow and prosper. Wow. So this other person who's worried about you finding the love of your life, creating a family, etc. Let me just ask, for some of you, this will be a family member. For some of you, this will be like an ex-friend or something. Or it'll be just a straight up ass enemy. But yeah, they're at the bottom. They're at the bottom looking up, and they see you about to have something great. I feel like if people would focus on their own life instead of focus on what you guys have going on, their life would get better and they wouldn't be at the bottom, because they want to continue to focus on what you have going on and what you're creating. What is meant for you is not meant for everybody. Even though you could be here to inspire others, the love union that's meant for you is not meant for this other person. And thank you, Fashionista. I love you so much. Literally, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Because this divine love union is protected. This person that you meet could be very interested into like nutrition, diet, exercise. They could look really good. 3 of Cups. Yeah, having a good harvest, abundance, a lot of abundance, might I add. An active period marked by fun and successful relationships. That's what you guys have in your future. A new understanding of what makes you happy. You feel energized and in high spirits. Strong friendships are very important at this time. Strong sense of community as well. Teamwork. And that's what I'm getting with the Lovers, is coming together as a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. Popularity, invitations to social events. Yeah, I would leave this other person in the dust. Whoever they are, like, this could be an ex of yours or somebody that's going to be an ex. Yeah, for you to have the family and the loving relationship and the business and all of that, you can't bring people who are in this energy being at the bottom, being, you know, and I'm not judging people who are at the bottom, but you can't take that energy anywhere with you. When it comes to your future life, you just don't want that energy following you around. And somebody could have just lost your financial support, your emotional support, your mental support, all of that. You know, that's on them. They're going to be at the bottom. Also, this person could have just gotten fired. Dang. Well, I do get that whoever this is that's in the 5 of Pentacles was trying to do some stupid shit to you to gain an advantage over you. 7 of Swords, maybe wanting to compete with you. I will never understand that when people are like, oh, I want to be your lover, but then they want to compete, like delusions. This person is running with swords, looking behind their shoulder. This is the type of person that's like, oh, let me go cast a spell on somebody. Then the moment they cast the spell, they bury a jar, they do a voodoo doll or whatever. They bury it or they do whatever. They're supposed to walk away with confidence that the spell's going to work. This could be possibly to destroy your home or make you unemployed, whatever it was that they were doing. But they, instead of following the correct instructions, they go back and they dig this shit up. Like, it's like the same thing as like planting a seed and then like watering it and then going and digging it up to see if it's growing or not. Like, that's not how magic's supposed to be done. This person is running away from making a decision. And I feel like that you are not going to be able to be manipulated this time. Not with magic, not with, you know, money, not with anything. When you give your life to God, God shows up for you. This person is very self-centered. And they're acting super shameful. Sad. So yeah, you may inspire this person to do better, but when it comes to you, they're still on the same shit. They're on demon time. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. For you to gain control over your financial life, you got to leave people who are in the 5 of Pentacles alone. Let them figure out how to get themselves out of the 5 of Pentacles. They got themselves into it. Let them figure out how to get themselves out of it. You don't need to be, and again, I would advise you guys not to borrow and lend money to people. Okay? Yeah, concerns over self-worth. This person knows that they ain't shit. Success in business or sales, increased personal power at work. You're going to be the one that can lend, but I would be just very careful of who you lend money to, because you're being warned that if you lend money to this person who's in the Five of Pentacles, then they'll not only not pay you back, but they'll do witchcraft on that money. Okay, to like try to switch places so that they can have what you have. And no, absolutely not. You're not deserving of that. Two of Wands. You're working on creating a better world, bringing that inspiration to a new idea, starting a new business and moving forward. They are sorry, not sorry. Exactly. And then also, you guys are actually courageous. See, this person's a coward. Anybody that resorts to doing witchcraft on somebody is a stupid bitch. They're a coward. Okay. You actually have the courage and the ambition to bring this new project and idea to others. Okay. You will actually, you know, I want to say execute the plan that you've created. This other person, all they can do is try, they're walking destruction without real purpose. This person or these people, they like to destroy things that they did not create. And when it comes to you, when God gives you an idea, act on that idea. When the divine comes through and you get inspired, act on that inspiration immediately. Because if you sit on it, the idea will go to somebody else because the divine wants the idea brought into the physical. So that's why I would say act on it immediately. Don't let this fear of being in this other person's position or fear of Five of Pentacles energy, you will never be in the Five of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you already were in the homeless energy. You'll never go back to being in that because the Job season is over. Anybody that comes along trying to put you in that energy is going to be met with so much like hellfire, fire of the Holy Ghost. We ask that every voodoo doll, satanic, witch, whatever stuff that's going on be burnt by the Holy Spirit fire. Any altar that's got somebody's picture on it, anything that somebody's trying to put in somebody else's food, all of this witchcraft, God, please destroy it completely and annihilate it in every type of way. So that these people have to deal with the consequences of their actions, and then they learn that that's not the way. And then they go, I want these people to go to God themselves. Yeah, you could be getting a message soon. Could be a divine message coming through, you know, this could be that inspiration that you set a ship out to sail and then here it comes back with your goods. I just heard Marco Polo. Yeah, great changes are in store for you. An important message or document arrives putting an end to a problem. So yeah, this is going to be an end to some type of situation, especially when it comes to this broken energy. I would advise these people to stay away from you. Exactly. Nobody can ever replace your calling. I completely agree with that. Exactly. And I love that you said that because I am me and you are you. Yeah. And how I state it is like, what's theirs is theirs and what's mine is mine, especially when it comes to energy. Don't ever take some, like, this witchcraft energy is shit that they've cooked up. That's not your energy. Okay. Witchcraft is like, when people do witchcraft, it's like taking spaghetti and throwing it at the wall to see what sticks. If you clean the wall, none of that spaghetti will stick. So like if you keep yourself spiritually clean, that spaghetti will not stick to you. And now I'm thinking about spaghetti and the spaghetti spell and I'm so grossed out. But yeah, I also get that, you know, it's another confirmation that this is a good time for new projects. This moon magic crap is so weak. Also, these people are being tested. Like God is literally watching them. Being like, okay, you're going to make the right decision or you're going to go back to doing this stupid shit that was never working. And it looks like this person wanted you to be in the Five of Pentacles and they wanted to be the star. They don't have star traits. Like, what does this person not understand about that? You have an ability. Sorry, I have to cover up her boobies, but like you have an ability, you have star traits. This is the new age of Aquarius. We're no longer in the age of Pisces. And your star traits and abilities are divinely protected. There's nothing that these people can do about that. They're about to experience a spectacular backfire and a lot of bad luck. Any suffering or pain that they were causing you is now about to happen to them, which could be why they're in the Five of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, because God loves you. You have the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups. God loves you, and this is why you're protected. But it's not just that. Like I said, you're doing something to clean your energy or to clear yourself so that this type of shit doesn't affect you. Anybody thinking that they're just going to walk up to you and do whatever they want, I don't know why they don't look to see if you're protected or not. But these people don't know God. That's probably the biggest difference between you and them. Yes, you guys, your calling is so unique. Nobody else will ever be able to fit in your shoes. And just to let you know, the original Brothers Grimm story of Cinderella, that when the prince comes with the glass slippers, the evil twin, what are they? Evil stepsisters, maybe they're not twins, but evil stepsisters, they have to cut their toes off to fit into that glass slipper. Like, that is insane to me. That's the original story. Of course, you know, Disney wouldn't create that because that's too horrific or gory. But like, look at that as an analogy. If somebody has to cut their freaking toes off to walk in your shoes, then it's not meant for them, and they're not going to be able to stand with cut off feet. It's ridiculous. I also get that, like, you guys are extending this cup of love to your family and to the people that you hold dear. And that's got some people very jealous about that. They're like, why am I not loved by God? It's like, you're joking, right? You're sitting here doing fucking witchcraft, calling upon Satan. And again, I'm not judging Satan. I'm just saying that this person is like literally doing things that are offensive to everything in the spiritual realm. Nine of Pentacles. No, I don't. I'm doing free reading for the collective, but if you have a personal question, send a $20 super chat with your question, and I'll pause the collective reading and answer your question. Nine of Pentacles. You're able to stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need this person's help. They are like banking on you accepting something from them. You're not going to accept anything from this person. Also, God, uncloak them so that we can figure out who they are, because this whole thing needs to be stopped. Yeah, you've given your life to God and to Christ. What is this person going to do about that? They can call you whatever they want to call you, but they're the one doing witchcraft, and they smell. Something about their energy is stinky. Page of Swords. Let these people stay up all night doing witchcraft, spying on you, watching you. That's all they can do is watch. They're not going to be able to influence anything or change anything. I also get that, you know, if these people want to be possessed, oh, well, it's not your job to freaking do an exorcism every 30 minutes just because they decide to, you know. Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Yes, we probably have time for one more question. Exactly. In our weaknesses, we invite his strength. You guys are being shown that, you know, no matter what other people may think, you're still going to be where God wants you to be, which is in the limelight, being seen, being heard. You're meant to be known. Anybody that wants to take that from you is somebody that is not meant to be known. Like, it would be better for this person to go heal themselves, you know, magician, because they don't know who they're messing with. This person does not know that you could easily, like, expect to patronum them. You know what I mean? I also feel like when people get involved in moon magic, rituals, whatever, working with others, they don't realize that they're putting themselves in danger. Okay? They don't realize that. They think that they're doing something to provide for their future, to benefit them, but they don't realize that what they're doing is they're actually making themselves, I want to say, like, by these people trying to use the moon to cloak, which is to cover. They're making themselves seen by the demonic realm. Okay. So as far as like that goes, this person is not. Okay. So yeah. So why are you protected? You're protected because, like I said, well, you have a connection with Archangel Michael, and it's a genetic one. And yes, the angels, well, technically Jesus was, you know, like Archangel Gabriel is the one that impregnated Mary with immaculate conception, which sounds very extraterrestrial to me. But again, they had different technology that we don't have access to. Okay, let's see. Which deck? This deck? Wow. All right. Okay. Do moon magic and then pray. Okay, yeah. So make sure that you send the $20 donation, just to let you know, Tropical Tarot. I just looked and I saw one at 7:30. But yeah. Okay, so let me try. Oh, thank you, you guys. Let me try and answer some of that. So why are you protected? Because you're connected to Archangel Michael. Why do you have powers? Because you're supposed to be using them. Is she going to stop talking to Sean? Yeah, I don't feel like she is, but I wish I could tell you differently, but I don't feel like she is. Not now. Invest more energy or give up. Oh yeah, make sure that you send a $20 donation. I can't tell you what to do. I can just tell you the information that I get. You have to make your own decision, because I don't want to be responsible for you not being happy with the decision that you make. 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is like waiting for something to go, and she could be waiting for something to go in her favor. I get that. Okay, thank you. Yes, I did just set the timer. So I'm getting that, like, literally. Well, I feel like she's not going to stop talking to Sean. Interesting. 9 of Pentacles. So what she wants from you is to become, she wants to become stable off of your energy. And the thing is like, she's got a job. She makes more than you. She gives her money away. That's obviously what's going on here. She's hoping that she can come into a large sum of money. If you were to ever marry this person or anything like that, you need to put in your inheritance that even if you marry somebody, that they cannot have access to your finances. Yeah, your inheritance, literally. You need to put in a clause, because, you know, now that I remember, the other psychic and I were talking about the energy of greed that she holds. And we were like, yeah, I wouldn't put it past her to try to marry you and then, you know, get rid of you in some type of way and take what you have. So I would definitely test. Wow. I don't know why that just tried to disconnect. It would be a very good test. It's protected 100%. Okay, good. Yeah, to tell her that even if you guys were to get married, that it doesn't matter what happens, the money will not go to her. Even if you had an untimely unaliving and you were married, the money would not be left to her. And then if she just breaks things off, then I would be like, okay, that obviously shows you what you need to see. Because she could just be trying to stick around so she can get her hands on a large sum of money. And she's waiting for the witchcraft that she's doing on you to work so that she can get her hands on your money. You're never, ever going to sign your inheritance over to her. Absolutely not. I would like literally put it that if you have a next of kin, which is not a wife, okay, that's like a child, then that's where the money goes. But I would literally just I would put it in a clause specifically that it does not go to her, and then let her know that, hey, you know what? The only way that you can have access to anything that's mine is if I stay alive. And even if you marry me, you're still not going to get 100% access to what's mine, because that's what is it called? A prenup. Yeah, it's impossible. Get married to be unalived. Yes, people do that. They really do that. Run, Forrest, run to the other side of the planet. Two of Cups. She thinks, she seriously, I don't know if you've expressed this to her or not, but she thinks that if she comes into a divine marriage union with you, that she'll have access to everything that's yours. She won't have to work. She won't have to do anything. That's not actually accurate. She also thinks that she'll be able to become fully stable and self-sufficient while having her cake and eating it too, and messing around with Sean. She could very well have already told Sean that, yeah, well, when I get my hands on his money, I'll give some to you. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting. She's also probably sitting around waiting for this witchcraft to work. There is love there for sure. There might be a little bit, but the problem is that she is possessed by mammon, which is what we did figure out the other day. It was like few weeks ago. So she's possessed by mammon, which is greed, and her greed for what's yours. She also wants your spiritual power, like desperately, because she's not protected. Obviously, that's how she gets possessed, but she's not protected the way that you are. She's banking on you healing the relationship through forgiveness. She needs to be very careful, because she's playing around in African spirituality and she has no business doing that. She's like literally she started with one type of witchcraft and she just keeps going to another type of witchcraft. And Sean also is a warlock. So, like I said, karma's a bitch. How she's doing witchcraft on you, she has witchcraft being done on her by Sean. And that's how I tell you guys, what you do to others will be done to you. You think you can control the way you send it out, but you don't control the way it comes back. She's also hoping that if she can get married to you or whatever in a contract with you, then all of the blessings that are yours moving forward, like if you have a business, etc., that you set up that's not a part of your inheritance, she wants half of that or all of it. And again, she can't run a business. She needs to be realistic. She just doesn't have it within her to run a business. She's still a worker. And the work she's doing on you is never going to work, because God wants you to be, well, first of all, your destiny, and please do not tell her about your destiny, but your destiny is to be using your intuition to help free other people from situations that they're stuck in. It could be literally to be a tarot card reader or somebody that just gives messages, but you're supposed to be using the gifts that you have. And because you have the ability to clear energy, the more that you work with that, the more powerful you'll become, but also the more clear you will be. And I feel like that's something that you're blessed with, so that you can share that with others. She wants access to that. She wants to be able to have it all, because the power that you have is very close to like God's power. I want to say Archangel, the definition of Archangel Michael's name, the name Michael means he who is like God. So yeah. Interesting. And if she decides to go spend her money at any other practitioner, that's also going to backfire. She's sitting around waiting for something to go in her favor. The world. She thinks that she's going to be given access to the world. No. Mm-mm. Why would God allow somebody like this, who's doing this type of shit to people, why would God ever give this person spiritual power? This is why they have to go to witchcraft. That she doesn't have any real power herself. That's why I said she'll never become more powerful than you. And also, you know, she could be wanting to quit her job. She could be thinking, oh, I'll just quit my job and then live off of him. Whatever. But yeah, she definitely has some type of agreement going that she's just going to give whatever is yours, she'll divvy it up between her and Sean. I hate to say that, but that's what I'm literally seeing here. She also is wanting to, like, for you to create a business because she knows that your destiny is great. Remember how I told you she's a destiny blocker? There are people that will come in your life that will help you with your destiny, get you on the right track, and there will be people that come in that try to block that. She wants the destiny that you have, which includes your abilities. And she can't have access to that. Since God gave you those gifts, she will never, ever take things away from God. Okay? And she would never do the right thing with them. This is why she's not going to be given access to the world. She will have to go to a witch or a warlock, somebody stronger than Sean, because Sean is weak. These people are weaker than you. 3 of Cups. Yeah, that's like 3 people. She definitely wants this harvest. She also wants to do whatever she wants to do without having to be in a relationship. She needs to understand one thing, that the devil is never going to be the answer. I think you already know that. Look, 4 of Pentacles, this is definitely your natural gifts and abilities that are God-given. She's not ever going to get access to that. I don't care what voodoo she does. And again, I've had people been doing voodoo on me for fucking years, dude. And they've always been after this, my gifts and abilities. This is what this person wants. No, you can't take from God. This is talking about an inheritance, literally an inheritance, a gift, a large sum of money leads to arguments. Who in the hell in their right mind is going to argue about gifts that were given by God to somebody else? That does not even make sense. And that is super crazy. Like, I'd be like, okay, go ahead and argue with the divine. But yeah, you need to let her know that even if you were to get married and have children, that your inheritance does not go to her. Okay. And she could be like, oh, well, let me have children with this person so that then I can control the children and control the inheritance. No, 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 no. No, you need to have a prenup there. I feel like once you tell her that, how do you get rid of Sean? I don't know. I don't know how you can get rid of him. Well, you said he was going back to jail, so that would be one way. But Knight of Wands. Yeah. That's a scam artist right there. That's funny to me. So maybe the devil told these people that they can get a hold of your abilities. He's ready to go back. Good. Good. So even if you did tell her that that she is not going to be able to ever get her hands on your inheritance. She still believes that she can use witchcraft to do that. So, you know, witchcraft can do a lot of things, but again, she is not African American. She's not melanated. I don't know how to say this without being offensive. She is not in alignment with these deities that she's trying to work with. Let's just say that. She's not in alignment with voodoo. It's not going to work out good for her. And you're not living in Haiti. You're not living in these places where the roots are very, very deep with that. Eight of Swords. Look, Knight of Wands to the Eight of Swords. Yes, he's going back to jail. I guess that's how you get rid of him. Call his PO. I guess you don't know who his PO is, though. But yeah, he will be going back to jail. And he could also be getting put in. You told her that she would get it. Surprise. Wow. Wow. But she won't. Yeah, make sure she knows that she won't. That she won't get her hands on your inheritance. Welcome in, Girl Gone. Nice to see you. Make sure that she knows that she will not get her hands, you know, on your inheritance. I'm serious. Okay. Because that may make the world of a difference. She may go, oh, okay, well, if I can't have that. But it's not just your inheritance. It's also your destiny. It's what God gave you. Page of Wands. Like I said, she thinks that she can just have children with you or something like that and then manipulate these kids and get their hands on the inheritance. No, it's not ever going to anybody else. I'm good. How are you? It's so nice to see you. Yeah, you actually have 5 minutes left on the timer. So I would just be very, you know, Sean's going to end up going back to prison, jail, whatever it is. You know, I don't really know the difference between the two. I think they're relatively the same. But that's not going to fix the problem of her being greedy. Why not lie to her, though? She's playing you. Well, I would say that if you tell her that she can't have your inheritance and then she doesn't want to be with you, then that's going to show you that she was after your inheritance. And that there is no trying to change your mind or mind control you on that. Okay. And two wrongs don't make a right. That's why I would say lying is not, if you don't want her to lie to you, don't lie to her. Still be transparent, but also be like, look, my inheritance is mine. And, you know, if there was ever going to be a marriage, there would be a prenup set in motion that dictates not only the inheritance, but anything new that started, like a business that you start up, that she does not get control over that. I don't know what she does for a living, but she's not happy doing it. And I hope she doesn't go to another witchcraft practitioner. It's going to work out bad for her. You said that if you bought a house, she would get it if you were married. Wow, which is true, but you wouldn't pay cash. So maybe she wants that house. I like, yuck. Eight of Wands energy. This is like a crossroads. I definitely wouldn't be giving her no house. That's ridiculous. Because that's like you spending your money to buy a property and then for her to kick you out of it. What the hell? No. There should be equality in the relationship. She would get half of what you paid. Yeah, I would write in the prenup that, you know, if she I would be like, if she talks to Sean, if she cheats, if she does anything, she doesn't get shit. I would literally make a prenup. If you decide, but I don't think you're going to marry her because that would be a bad look. Six of Swords, because she would take you to court and battle you, literally. Yeah, the Six of Swords is like a court case. She still thinks Queen of Wands, witch. She still thinks she can manipulate the courts, manipulate you, manipulate your inheritance, your trust, your fund, whatever this is. She still thinks that she can have whatever she thinks she can have because she knows a little bit of magic, or she knows somebody that can do magic. You are not able to be influenced with witchcraft. Oh, let me ask a question. Is there something going on with witchcraft that's keeping you bound to her? Yes. Okay, let's break that. I don't even know why I didn't ask that before. God, let's clear everything out of the way. And then block this person and their abilities so that they can never do this again. They just need to really understand that that is not witchcraft on people, messing with people's free will, trying to unalive them, take their inheritance from them, trying to put blood in their spaghetti and poison people. That is not nice, first of all. And that's not the way to it. Like, that is not the way to get love or to get what you want, you know? And why do people think that they can do shit like that without having any consequences? Like, they don't believe that karma is real, but they believe that they can, bippity boppity boop shit. Like, but they don't believe that karma is real. She would literally be like, knowingly be like, okay, yeah, I can't have any of the inheritance, especially if something were to happen to you that she cannot, she's a liar. But like, I'm serious. If she thinks that she can have your inheritance, or that she can do something with witchcraft to manipulate the courts, she is dead ass wrong with that. Okay. I don't care who she pays off and who she does spells on. It's no. Well, your inheritance is something that's meant for you. It's not meant for her. If she was supposed to have an inheritance, God would have given her one. You know why she doesn't have one? Is because, first of all, she would abuse it. Secondly, she's unworthy of it. And the fact that she's doing witchcraft on you, that shit pisses me off. Like, and that she's talking to Sean, no. Boundaries. Even though Sean's probably going to go back to jail because he sells substances. Yeah, you just need to use your intuition. And I would let her know that your star traits, your abilities, your destiny belongs to you. Doesn't matter if you guys get married or not. First of all, she's a woman and you're a man. How is a woman going to take the destiny of a man? I would like to see that. I mean, I wouldn't actually like to see that, but I'm just saying it's not possible. So yeah, where she thinks, oh, I'll just take him for whatever I can get. I feel like that's a really bad attitude to have with somebody. And I get that it's been in her mind of, oh, I'll just get rid of him. I'll just get rid of him and then I'll be able to have access to what is his. No. Also, what do your parents feel about this person? That would be another thing. If your parents are like getting the weird vibes from her, your parents or your family members may be right. I think that you have a lot to think about when it comes to this situation. Okay. And yeah, just make sure that you have got yourself covered legally, financially, that there's no loopholes in whatsoever in any way that she could get her hands on your money. And especially if anything were to ever happen to you, that the money does not go to her specifically. What is it, like a will and testament where you dictate where your money goes? I would be investing in, justice. You're going to get justice. I hope that she doesn't go to another practitioner, because if she does that, she's going to get another practitioner in trouble. I feel like partially the reason that Sean's going to go back to jail is because of what he was trying to do. So you're owed justice. She's going to be in the Five of Pentacles, wishing that she would have made a different choice. And I saw that for her in the past, because again, Sean's never going to boss up for her. He's a pathetic person. She also thinks that she can see the future and knows everything. You're dealing with somebody that's foolish. She literally thinks that, oh, I'll just have his baby and then I'll take everything. No. You can't take what God gave, and God gave you this inheritance. Yeah, so she's waiting for something to go in her favor. Oh, I'm so sorry your parents are gone. I'm so sorry. Well, then you need to protect the inheritance that you have, okay? I did, girl gone. Yeah, I'm going to answer your question in 1 second. I've just got to run to the bathroom really quick, but give me 1 second and I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. Yes, it did go through. So let me go back to your question. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, it was what's going on with your gifts, right? Let's see. Yeah, what is going on with my gifts? Wow, I've got a good memory. Okay, so which deck are we going to use? Really? I'm like always like, ooh, I get excited like, oh, we're going to use another deck. And then it's like the Rider-Waite. I'm like, okay, same deck. Okay. All right, so I'm going to set the timer and we're going to look at what's going on with your abilities. So has anything happened like that I need to know about? I get something with dreams. Maybe something with dreams going on. Okay, there's definitely something about the sleep cycle. Okay, what do we need to know about dreams? Okay, so if you were to start remembering your dreams like almost every night, I feel like something's being vision jumping. What is vision jumping? Is that like a vision new gifts? Is that like okay, is it like you having a vision with your eyes open or is it on the vision writing? Okay. I love that. Okay, so is it like having a vision with your eyes open or is it having a vision with your eyes closed? Because there's like inner vision, then there's outer vision. Let's see. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I love this. Whatever it is that you're writing down, it's very important. The Queen of Pentacles is like helping other people in need. whatever this, you could be writing something down that's in a code, like light language. I'm also getting that, yeah. Okay, so if you feel like these visions are not making sense, I feel like it's like astral projection, Bob, being awake. Okay. Yeah, I've never had that experience, but I do get that you are going through that. Whatever it is, wherever you're going. Okay, so there are like retreats that are in the fifth dimension. I'm getting that this is like fifth dimensional energy. So whatever you're writing down is something that you're bringing back from these retreats. You may be seeing like familiar faces, that type of thing. And you could also be going to different places like fifth dimensional energies on other planets. So let's see. Oh, aloha from Hawaii, you guys. Awesome. So yeah, okay. So just be aware that when you read stuff about astral projection, the Christian people will say that it's demonic. I do not believe that, okay? I believe that astral projection is an ability, just like any other. And some people, when you become very powerful at it, you'll be able to go, you know, to these retreats. That's what I want to call them, because like they're sacred places, they're sacred sites in the fifth dimension. You'll be able to go to these places, have experiences, and then bring that energy back. And you writing it down is going to help other people also be able to visit those places. A transdimensional shaman. Yes, absolutely. And multi-dimensional psychocomp. So that makes sense. Absolutely. Yeah, but you're visiting places where there's ascended masters is what I'm getting. So retaining the information, I would literally, when you write it down exactly how you experienced it. And even if it doesn't make sense at the time, know that it will make sense. But I'm getting that it does make sense. King of Swords. Don't be afraid. Do not be afraid of somebody judging you for this. Okay? Like I was saying, there was a reason that I was saying about how the Christian community will poo-poo anything that is not, they just demonize everything. And like, I will tell you that your abilities are not demonic, okay? You're meeting up with fifth dimensional, like, ascended masters, okay? An ascended master is somebody that, like Archangel Metatron, had a human life and then they ascended. Like Enoch is technically an ascended master. So again, just be aware of who you tell these things to. Write it down. I would seriously write these retreats down in your experiences and then sell it in a book. And know that you may have somebody that wants to judge you for that, but let God handle them, okay? God gave you these gifts. You're supposed to be using them so that you can help enlighten other people to the same type of thing. It's like soul travel. That's what it is. Five of Swords. So by you going on these, like, I want to say, like, you know, interdimensional, extra dimensional, higher dimensional, fifth dimensional, definitely adventures, you're going to be helping other people out of a situation. And it could be you explaining this ability and then, you know, helping other people with it as well. There's going to be somebody who opposes you, but they are somebody that's like a person of religion or whatever. They're going to say that whatever you're doing is illegal. You shouldn't be allowed to do it. Just know that when you make a difference, there will be stupid people that come up against you. You're more powerful than them, though. Ever since you did Reiki, you can look at a place. Nice. Wow. In front of you, like remote viewing. And you see everything around that area and zoom back into yourself. That's definitely remote viewing. That's you being able to see through things, which obviously you having that ability is going to make some people afraid, but You know, it's not like you're going out and you're expressing that to anybody. This King of Swords energy only is only going to want to tear you down because they feel like they have to preserve themselves. The Star, yeah, this is an ability that is a talent, okay? Not everybody can do this. I mean, I will tell you that if you write a book about it, or even do art that about the places you go and the things that you see, you'll be able to write it down in a way where other people can actually start to do it. But, you know, just know that somebody's going to try to demonize you for that. Possibly even do something to publicly shame you or make you feel bad about yourself. Oh my God, people are so lame. Yeah, it's just because, you know, the thing is that Jesus loves you and Jesus loves everybody. But this King of Swords, they believe that people who are gifted, people who have this type of ability, they believe that they're demonic. There's nothing demonic about this. Okay. Now, if you were saying, oh, I went to a hell realm and had all of this shit, then I would be like, okay, well, why is that happening? But I'm not getting anything negative at all. So again, like I said, Christians love to demonize things that they don't understand, and they love to use the Bible as if it's God's actual words when God does not communicate that way. And it's written by dead people, which is technically necromancy. And I'm not discrediting the Bible, but I am discrediting anybody that wants to use any type of sacred book as law to abuse another person. You know, Jesus probably had this same gift, and you're dealing with people that, well, you haven't dealt with this person yet. Last time you did a reading, another lady picked up on the shape-shifting too. Yeah, okay. But again, not all shape-shifting is negative. It just sounds negative. 9 of Wands. See, when this person comes up against you, they're going to be slapped out by the universe. I'm getting that every time that you have one of these experiences, write it down. Write down the process of everything from the way that you feel to where you go to who you encounter. Yes, absolutely. Tropical Tarot. I can do one more question, but I'm answering Girl Gons right now. You were very demonized as a kid. Yeah. And in the church for your gifts. So was I. Yeah, absolutely. They didn't understand it. Again, because their lens of looking through things is it's either Jesus or it's Satan. And no, that is so close-minded and like inaccurate. This is why these people will be their own downfall. Ace of Swords, look, you're divinely protected. And when you have these experiences, you're also protected. Even if there's something that notices that you're able to do this, they can't do anything to stop it. I also get that, like, yeah, you're about to have some type of breakthrough when it comes to this ability. I would not take it personal if somebody were to be like, oh, you're a witch, whatever. I wouldn't take it personal. You're a shaman, you're a healer. You're using your abilities to enlighten others and to heal. And so if they want to call you a witch for that, F these people. Like, they don't even deserve your time at all. And there will be somebody that's like, oh, let me bring down judgment. This is what their method's going to be. First, they're going to call you demonic. Then they're going to call you insane. Let these people say what they want to say. Whatever this is that you're going to write down from your experiences, it's going to help other people so that they can also have, I would call it out-of-body experiences. The Sun, because you are a light worker, which has been confirmed many times over. You have 4 journals. Yes, that's 4 books right there with dreams and visions. Yeah, make a book out of that. I would make more than 1 book out of, you got 4 journals. And some people do just publish their journals. They will do that. I feel like it's more of the fear of people judging you than what people can actually do to judge you. These people can't actually stop you. Look, you're more powerful than them. Yes. And the elementals around your land are hanging around you because they're curious about you. Yeah, absolutely. It's fairy energy as well. It's fairy energy. Also, these people who are into religion like this, whatever they think is God is not God, okay? They don't have a real relationship with God. You do. God communicates through visions, dreams, nature, all of that. And you're being shown that you're on the right path. You also have a lot of light to share with people. And it's going to help people who are in the same situation where they were demonized as well for their abilities. Your journals, your writings, your ideas are going to help other people cope with feeling persecuted and prosecuted. And these people need to be reminded. They say that they love Jesus so much. Why are they trying to do to you what was done to Jesus? That's what I want to know. Why do they think it's okay to do that to somebody? 6 of Cups. Your children also have this ability. Again, like, you could have had an experience as well when you were a child and then been like, whoa, what was that? I also feel like the government would love to get its hands on you. They want to know what you know. What you know is that there are places in the higher dimensions, in the 5th dimension, that you can go to heal, that any human can go to heal, that are safe. And you writing about this stuff is going to enlighten people, and it's going to make people less afraid of thinking that everything is the devil. Why do people think that? 6 of Pentacles. You know, these people who are in religion, who are obsessed with it, are more concerned about money than Jesus, okay? They're more concerned about how they can benefit off of something than actually serving Christ. They forget that the people that Jesus helped were the poor, the sick, the starving, you know? They forget this shit while they're over here trying to make a killing on everybody else. Yeah. And these people are concerned with your self-worth. They need to be looking in the mirror. That's a lot of projection with these people. And I would say forgive them, for they know not what they do. Oh, Artemis, absolutely. Apollos, Hermes, Hecate, Isis, Horus, Thoth, Bastet. I love Bass. Yeah. Absolutely. You definitely have connections to them. And again, Apollo is like the energy of the sun, which we have right here. Artemis is the energy of the hunt. You got some heavy, you also have Zeus. So I feel like these people, they're barking up the wrong tree. I also feel like this work that you do is going to help children, like children that are being born now or in the future going to be born. It's going to be helping children that have this ability that don't understand what to do with it. Yes, trusting yourself and not being afraid. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And again, when you are leaving your body and having these out-of-body experiences, you're coming back healed, like more whole. It's like you're coming back with these codes inside of you being activated with your DNA. So I feel like every time that this happens, it's a good experience. These people, they want to make you afraid of yourself because they fear you because you're more powerful than they are and they're false god. They fear you because, again, these are the type of people that believe that God is a jealous God. No, that sounds like Satan. The hell. Obviously, that's not God. Sounds like Baal. It does. I am a jealous God. Put your children into the fire. that type of shit. That's what it sounds like to me. And I'm sorry that you had to go through this growing up. You know, it's like a tale as old as time, with men having a Bible thinking that they know everything, and then seeing the mystery of a woman and being terrified by it because they don't know how to explain it. But they can't deny that women are at a very, like, probably one of the most important resources on this planet, women and children. I mean, these other people, they don't care about women or children. Let these men fuck each other and figure out how to create the next generation then. I'm serious. Let them go into their Bible and do whatever they feel they need to do. Because again, when it comes to real God, the divine has put you in a position so that you can help children and people of the future, I want to say, not just children, but it could be these children's parents that also have the gifts. You're going to help them understand what they're seeing and experiencing so that they're not afraid. Because again, if they were to like go to their pastor, their church or whatever, they would be told, oh, it's of the devil, we must do an exorcism. Dude, I have lived through so many exorcisms, sitting there being like, oh, is anything going to happen? And nothing ever fucking happens. No. And then they figured out, okay, well, it must not be the devil. Like, you could have had people been like, we need to pray for that person. Okay. I also get that, like, whenever you ask for something, it comes in really quickly. And you having this star energy means that you... What the hell is that sound? Water. Yeah, it's a resource. You have more magnetic energy than this false preacher, pastor person. 9 of Pentacles. And you can stand on your own 2 feet, which doesn't mean that you're single, but it just means that you're self-sufficient. What is that? The 10 of Wands. See, these people that run around with their Bibles, being obsessed with their version of God, which sounds to me like Satan, I'm not going to lie, that's what it sounds like. They're carrying a 10 of Wands. These people actively, I hate to use the word sin, but they're actively sinning, okay? They're really they're doing bad things. I want to say that. They're doing bad things. Keep your children out of these church groups and stuff, you guys. These people are walking around with a bunch of sins, you know. And the funny thing is, like, you could easily, with the work that you do, help these people out of the position that they're in, but because they want to judge you and they feel like because they have a Bible or they feel like they're anointed, the devil anointed them with some fake shit, okay? And these people will put themselves first only to destroy another. And they're up under judgment as well. Those sounds are so funny to me. It sounds like there's like an aquarium, like with fish, like swimming around. So yeah, just expect this pushback from these people, but know that it doesn't matter. Also, when you publish your journals, you may want to use, I think it's called like a pseudonym. You may want to use, like, I don't use my real name. I use Astraea. You may want to use a... whatever that's called, like I think it's called a pseudonym when you write your stuff, so that you don't have people, you know, breathing down your neck and trying to stop you or come against you. Yeah, these people need to find a new career. Because this is a new age. Even though the new age is the old age, it's like ancient knowledge coming back. That's why I think it's so funny that it's called new age. You know, it's like, just know that these religions, they fear anybody that's not connected to the devil that they serve. Knight of Cups. These people can't change you. They can't offer you anything. They're not going to be able to stop you either. And when you see right through them, you're going to be like, oh, no, we need to protect our children from these people. Yeah. So this is all a good thing. This is a very good thing. I think you stepping into your power is perfect. You think those people feed off of people's energy and you're catching it? Absolutely. You're picking up on it. Yeah, absolutely. You're very welcome. I'm so proud of you. Keep using your ability. Keep writing things down and know that you can self-publish. You don't have to go to a publisher, but you may end up publishing like one of your journals, and then a publishing company may contact you and be like, hey, if you have any more writings, we would love to publish you. And that may be something you want to invest in. But I get that you can publish these journals, you know, and it's kind of like how Carl Jung, well, he had journals. He had the red book and the black book, and he didn't want them published. But then when he passed away, his family was like, yeah, we're going to publish these books, even though he was like, I don't want them published. But they have helped the world in so much. And it's just his journals. But, you know, he wrote everything down. You're welcome. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Okay. So, Tropical Terror, are you still there? Did you need another question? Let me know. Let me know if you're still here. So weird. So weird. The weird sounds. I don't even know what's causing that. You guys hear that, right? That water. I wonder if it's raining. Maybe it's raining. Oh my God, that's funny. That's probably what it is. Okay. All right, Tropical Tarot, if you are not here any longer, I totally understand. But yeah. All right. Well, then we will shut down the reading. Thank you guys for spending your time with me. So I'm going to talk about the 2 books that are linked in the description box below. The first book is called The Truth of God. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook. I've been using the techniques in this book with my natural abilities for about 10 years, and I've been having success. Like, I will tell you, when I was in religion, when I was a child and stuff, it never, like, my version of God in my mind as a child was like somebody sitting on a throne in a cloud. Okay. Again, unrealistic as all hell. But, I never had any type of spiritual experience with Jesus, and I didn't understand the Latin and the stuff that was going on in the church. So again, it was just like monotonous rituals to me being in religion. And again, I'm not discrediting religion. I'm just saying what my experience was. So I grew up having abilities, being completely terrified of everything that I experienced, because the only lens that I had to look at was like, it's either God, or it's either Jesus or the devil, which is not true. And so when I came across 10 years ago, I came across The Truth of God. It's an advanced intuitive living workbook written by Michael Steadman. I started using the techniques in this book, and you know, it talks about how everyone and everything's higher self is God. So I've got the link to this book in the description box below if you guys are interested in it. Again, I'm not getting paid to promote it or anything like that. It's just, this is me throwing you guys a bone. And so God is the supreme consciousness, the highest self of all creation, with no form and yet encompassing all that there is. And that supreme consciousness, all one, not separate. That's about oneness. We are all one, is saying that there is one being, one consciousness, and everything is it. Now, does everything in creation know that it's God? No, but you knowing that your higher self is God is an extremely powerful tool. So the first technique I'm going to talk about is the God technique, which gives you the ability to raise out of your ego's consciousness so you can look out through the eyes of your higher self. Oh, okay. Okay, so you are here. Okay, I'm still going to finish talking about this book since I'm on this subject. But go ahead and send your question in. So yeah, so the God technique, I use it all of the time to rise above whatever's going on. Like anytime something comes up in my life where you know, and this happens usually daily for me, but something doesn't feel good to me or I get triggered. And again, I think that life is a continual process where we continue to heal. I use the God technique, and I feel like if I can vibrationally get above it, then it makes it easier for me to deal with whatever's going on. Because I can see it from a bigger picture, basically. Okay, so yes, I can see. So she just called you, telling you what to say. What will shock her? What can I say to get change to happen? What does the next 1 to 2 weeks have in it? Okay. Okay, yeah, I will answer your question as soon as I'm done talking about this book. The second technique in this book that you see me use all of the time is the joy versus anger technique, which works on clairsentience. Oh, you're meeting to talk about you guys. And so that gives you the ability to ask yes and no questions and get an immediate response so that you don't have to sit around and wait. The third technique you'll see me to use is the 1 to 10 ratio, 1 being the lowest compatible, 10 being the highest compatible. Between those compatibilities, between the joy versus anger technique and the compatibility technique, this book will teach you how to get compatibility on any subject. And then it also has the mind technique, which is so important because it gives you the ability to clear the thoughts and beliefs that are no longer serving you, so you don't keep creating the same situations. Okay, and then I do have another book to talk about, but I'm going to answer, and this is the one that I've written. It's called Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. I'll talk about it after I answer Tropical Tarot's question. Okay, so what can you say to her to make a change? I feel like what you could say to her is, well, talking about that she's not going to be a part of the inheritance, no matter what. And I think you should ask her, what does she want from the relationship? And, you know, why does she keep playing games? That would be one thing. But Tropical Tarot, I get that if you meet up with her, she's going to scream at you. You need to just be prepared for whatever, like for literally whatever. And I hope that she doesn't do anything to hurt you, but she's under the influence of whatever witchcraft she's been doing. I mean, I can clear it so that it doesn't affect you, but I can't, whatever God's going to do to give her a consequence, I can't, intervene on that. Like, I have to respect God's wishes. So what can you say to her to make a change? I would definitely be like, look, if you're only with me to have my inheritance, then just know that will never happen. Even if I'm unalived or something were to happen to me, you're still not going to get your hands on my money. Why not let her think it? Well, I think it would just be a good thing to see if she is with you for the inheritance, like I'm picking up on. But, yeah. As far as changing the situation, she's thinking that her witchcraft is going to work. Like, she literally just did something recently. King of Swords. Geez. I just shuffled the deck and cut the deck. Why is this person popping out? Okay, so you may need to get into the King of Swords energy and just be like, look, there's, line being drawn in the sand. There's a boundary. Yes. Okay. A boundary needs to be put in place. Where you don't disrespect her, I feel like she should not be, and I understand she has a mental illness, but it's probably because of the witchcraft that she does. But I don't feel like it's okay for her to be disrespecting you, okay? Putting her hands on you, screaming at you, anything like that. Like, I think that that's really unhealthy and it's very toxic. And you're not a toxic person. And she's playing games with you, but, you don't want to play games. Like, you're at the point in your life where you don't want to be playing games with people. It's ridiculous. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah. letting her know that you're not concerned over your self-worth. You know that you deserve somebody that's loving and caring and kind. And you deserve somebody that will be willing to put, if you put we'll be willing to put 50% into a relationship. And then on the days that you can only put 10%, they can put 90 and vice versa. Like somebody that can easily be there, Her behavior does not make sense. That's why I feel like you're right with the mental illness thing. Because it straight doesn't make any sense. The back and forth energy, she's doing something that she shouldn't be meddling in. And I hope that you don't have to go. I mean, you may watch her go through the consequences, but I hope that you're not affected with it. Okay, are there jinns present? Why am I seeing the jinn? Okay, jinns, this situation is off limits. Know that God is getting involved. Okay, whatever she's wishing, absolutely the F not. Don't even waste your time on it. You'll be put in a position to where you cannot recover. I'm serious. I was talking to the jinn, by the way. The jinns, because there's multiple. It's ridiculous. So that just shows me that she's going not only to African, she needs to stay out of what she's messing in. I also get that, if she continues to try to attack you in any type of way, you may have to call the police on her. 8 of Swords. Oh my God, jail. If she continues to try to attack you and take your resources from you or dominate you in any way, no, she doesn't understand your power. Absolutely not. If she actually understood your power, she would probably be like, oh shit, I shouldn't even try this. But she doesn't understand it. She doesn't understand where it comes from, because in her mind, she doesn't have natural power. In her mind, she has to go to witchcraft to get power. So it's like, she doesn't understand that she's going to be put in spiritual prison, which could look like a mental illness if she keeps going down the path that she's on. And if you were to call judgment on her, things in her life would completely end. Not that she would be unalived, but all of the resources, everything that she's been doing would end. Also, if she's even thinking about going to somebody to have a sword put up against you, that's a real bad idea, okay? That's a real bad idea for her. 10 of Swords. I'm seriously dead ass accurate. Yeah. She's going to be like, oh, I'm the victim. I'm the victim. No, she's not. You cannot seriously be like, she's going to think that literally it's either that, well, I'm getting that this imprisonment energy, this is if she goes down the same path. I hope that she changes her mind. I think you need to ask her what she wants. I think that she wants your Wheel of Fortune. She wants your destiny in your fate. She doesn't understand that some people are off limits. And if she goes to another practitioner, if that person's an idiot and tries to attack your Wheel of Fortune here, your fate and your destiny, they're going to be slapped out, point blank period, put in the 10 of Swords. And then that practitioner is going to attack her. Look, magician. Because you can't use magic to compete with the chosen one. Not possible. And where she is already, the 5 of Wands is competition. She's already derailed you off of your purpose. You were doing some type of spiritual work, and then she came into your life and completely consumed. She's been stealing your energy completely. Wow, do you hear those thunder clouds, whatever the hell? The wrath of God right there. She has been stealing your energy so that you don't devote yourself to your destiny, basically. And that's why I was saying she's a destiny blocker. But she can't actually steal your destiny, and she's not powerful. She doesn't have the power to rival your authority in the spirit. That's why you've been showing her grace and mercy. And I feel like literally you are so kind. You're such a good person. And she's foolish. The thing is like, if she really loved you, she could just live a happy life with you and you would provide for her everything that she needs. And she would have a stable place, but she wants to go play around in voodoo and do voodoo dolls on you. That's really, really messed up. And use gins on you. That is so uncool. Like, that's so evil. She's going to face consequences for that. She cannot compete with you. It is not a competition. She is not called to do anything that's of great importance, okay? And the thing that with younger people thinking that they can just like take over an older person's destiny, and I'm not calling you old at all because you're not, okay? But to think that she can just take over what you have going on, why would she even think that she's worthy of that? She's probably like, oh, I've been with him for so long. I deserve what's his. No, bitch. You don't. She does not deserve what's yours. And her wanting to challenge your authority, she can attempt to do that, but she's going to be met with a lot of resistance immediately. Because you have shown so much grace and mercy. Knight of Pentacles. And she just wants to give your money to somebody else. She also wants you to think that you have to compete with other people for her. Like, she's not that great of a catch. In fact, she's not even a good catch at all. Somebody that's doing witchcraft on you actively, that keeps trying to use different methods. And that's so dangerous, you guys. I hope everybody learns from this situation and does not resort. If you do, Celtic magic or Norse, and then you go resorting to doing a different type of magic on somebody, that is extremely dangerous. Okay. That is some crazy shit that I would never, ever do. Damn. Eight of Pentacles, look. She thinks that she can take over the work that you do. She doesn't have your gifts. And there's no witchcraft spell that she can do to get your gifts either. And the fact that she wants to block you from fulfilling what God has for you, you heard the wrath of God. It's pissing the divine off. That's what's happening. And, she wants to give what's yours to somebody else. She feels like she wants to break down your self-esteem so that you don't have any self-esteem at all. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. When you see her, you need to let her know that I would be like, look, if you love me, you have to start treating me better, because the way that you've been behaving shows me that you don't really love me. Okay. And she wants to meet up and talk about us. She just tried to do a spell on you, and she's going to be expecting that spell that I just broke the shit out of. She's going to be expecting it to be in place. And when she finds out that it's not, she's going to get very upset with you. So you need to just be prepared for that, for it to be a big blown up fight. And not only that, she's upset at the forces of nature. She's playing a very dangerous game. She's going to act like she was victimized when it's just her own consequences of what she's been trying to do to you, which is completely unfair. Again, she wants to imprison you in her own way. Like, not actually in a real prison, but she wants to like confine you, restrict you, make you live by her rules, make you do what she says. Ew, no way. She also wants to break down your self-esteem. So yeah, what you could say to her is like, I think you should tell her that you are here to do something great, that that God has a great destiny for you, and she can either be a part of your success or not. She needs to make a decision. Does she love you or does she not love you? Because it seemed like, before she got involved with Sean again, it seemed like everything was going the way that it should have gone, or the way that it could have gone, I should say. I shouldn't say what should, because only God knows what's the best thing, but I feel like you deserve so much better. Yeah, she is trying by being greedy and lustful for your resources. Ask her, the devil, ask her, what does she want from you? What does she think she's going to get from you? And then I would be like, look, you can't sacrifice me to the devil. It's not possible. Not a chosen one. And whatever she plans to do, I just heard ringing in my head. She may be getting ready to call you. Whatever she plans to do is going to backfire. You cannot force love. And with all of the spells that were broken, you cannot force love. It's a dangerous thing to do, to even try to do that. I would never. But again, she's after resources. So you need to ask her what she wants from you and why she keeps playing games with you. Because you've done nothing but be loyal to her, honest and true. That's your integrity is clear. Like, you have done literally nothing to her. King of Wands. Yeah, I don't trust her. You need to be very careful. Oh, like I said, if you meet up with her and she tries to offer you something, do not eat or drink that. I'm serious. That will be well, it probably won't work, but still, why poison yourself? Okay. Don't take anything from her that she offers you. And if she gets upset that you don't digest or take whatever she offers you, then that's a sign. Death. Look, because I don't want this to happen to you. She doesn't get, and this is what the other psychic and I were talking about, that she doesn't care about what happens to you. She thinks that if this were to happen, that she's going to get something. She's not, though. Y'all are not even married. Not only that, you're going to put a prenup in place and an inheritance. And even if you had children with her, God forbid that, she would never, ever be allowed to have any type of control over the inheritance that's left to the children. So that's what, she needs to understand, that if she loves you, then she loves you for you and not, and I hope you don't have to call the police on her, because she's going to act completely insane. 3 of Wands. Yeah. And also any businesses that you create moving forward, and that you invest in with your work that you do, with your destiny, with your own destiny, okay, that does not belong to her, and it never will. Eventually, you're probably going to be like, look, I know you've been doing witchcraft on me. I'm not stupid. But she's going to deny, and she's going to act super possessed. That's why you need to protect yourself. You can say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. As you say that to her, she will probably freak out. Look, here comes the Knight of Cups, Sean energy again. Disgusting. Yeah. Just make sure that you don't eat anything from her. Ask her what she's here to contribute to your life. Where you've been contributing to her life, what is she here to contribute to yours? And what does she even want from you? Strength. You do have the power. Will she get rid of Sean? I highly doubt it. I mean, well, I think that Sean's going to go back to jail, to be quite honest. But then she'll be giving her money to put it on his books like she was before. Okay, God, all of this energy, it's making me sick. Let's clear it. Let's clear it out of the way. What can be done to block this weird shit? I feel like she's on her last limb as far as like going to different types of methods of witchcraft. Also, you cannot be controlled through sex. Justice. Yeah, you're going to get justice. You're going to get justice. And I feel like you deserve somebody that doesn't do this type of crap to you. Because I don't feel like you're safe around her. Not with all of this other conspiracy crap going on. If you were to call for judgment or rebuke her, I'm serious, there would be immediate consequences. Yeah, she's going to be blocked. So is Sean. I mean, you know what, Tropical Tarot? She's not compatible with Sean. I mean, she's not very high compatible with you either, but she's really not compatible with Sean. You know, it's giving the energy of, I watched this one movie where two people steal from, or maybe it was three people steal, I think it was called Reindeer Games. Anyways, they steal from one person, and then when they get the loot or whatever it was, then the other person in the party betrays and steals from that one person. So it's like she's going to be, what she does to you will happen to her. And it already is. I feel like you don't want to be around when this negative karma hits her, and I can't control or even predict what God's going to do. But with that, those thunder clouds and shit, like, and the water sounds, she may cry a lot. It may make you very, very emotional, but I'm serious. You need to protect yourself. Two of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, literally. You're being told to pick up a project that was put aside. Whatever you stopped doing, because when she came into your life, the devil doesn't want you doing it. Not to say that the devil's against you, because really, she's acting from her lowest nature, which, yeah, she's going to be blocked. She's so unaware. She thinks that she's got this in the bag already. You want somebody that's loyal. I would call judgment on her. I would rebuke. If she screams at you and fights with you and puts her hands on you, if you have to call the police, but I would call judgment. I would be like, God, whatever you need to do to judge the situation, show me what I need to see. But this witchcraft stuff, if she doesn't learn that you can't control the world with magic, if she doesn't, and with the devil, if she doesn't learn that now, she'll go do this to somebody else, which is unfortunate. But I feel like the reason that you're in her life is to teach her that this is not the way. Doing witchcraft on people is not the fucking answer. Like, that is so disrespectful and not cool. I would never do that to another person. I would never even do that to myself. Shit, I would just never do that. You have integrity. That's one thing that she doesn't have. She also is banking on the fact that you will not have any family members to support you. Wow, that's sad. She's like, thinking that she's literally believing that she's all that you have. That's where she got this twisted. That's where she got this twisted up. Page of Pentacles. Yeah. You can have a child without this person. You can actually have real love with somebody else that you wouldn't even have a problem helping out. You've done a lot for her. Let's see her do some shit for you. What has she done for you? You know, you may want to ask that, like, Or even say, look, I asked for God to call judgment on the situation because I am tired of being treated like trash. Ace of Wands. Yeah, your fertility is insured. So is your new projects. So is a good family life. That's insured to you. She's not ready to be a mother, a wife, or a parent. Okay? And even having a kid with you is not going to give her the ability to take from you. So, I mean, she could still steal your energy, but she can't take your physical inheritance. And I would be call your energy and your power back to you and see how she reacts. If she gets all up in your face and argues with you and tries to blame you for some shit you have nothing to do with, be like, I rebuke you. Because you have every right to rebuke her in the name of Jesus or in the name of God, whatever you feel comfortable with. But you're the one that's got the power. It doesn't matter how much siphoning she does. She'll never, ever possess the power that you have because she cannot be trusted with it. And God already knew that with the whole situation. Like, God is a timeless energy. You've been gifted with something that you'll leave to your children that will ensure their future, because that's the next generation's so important. And you don't have to go through this back and forth avenue of destruction with her. Okay. I also think that you're deserving of justice. And there's something else that's going on. What's the other thing I haven't seen yet? Or am I even allowed to see it? Because now with the thunderclouds and all that, God's gotten involved. What is it? Is there anything else that I need to see? Yeah, she's going to become more and more dissatisfied with the focus on your material possessions. People that believe that money and physical objects is going to be the end all be all to their happiness, those are people that you can't even like reckon with. You can't even they have to learn through their own experience of getting money, not having it, or whatever, that money does not equal happiness. Okay, neither do possessions. And she wants to be around Sean so bad, let her go be around Sean. Sean's a broke loser that sells substances, that's going back to prison, who's already doing witchcraft on her. This is why I say when you do bad shit to people, people do bad shit to you. She's doing witchcraft on you, and Sean's been doing witchcraft on her. That's like what you send out, you get back type energy. Yeah, she's going to be emotionally exhausted from trying to take something from you, depressed and self-absorbed. She needs to fill her own cup of happiness and stop making it your responsibility. It's not your job to make her happy. Even if you wanted to give her this, what comes from God, you can't, because God has secured it within you. I'm serious. An inheritance gift, large sum of money leads to arguments, possessiveness, and selfishness. She's being selfish over shit that she'll never have access to. How delusional is that? It says she'll try to keep all the money for herself. It's foolish to try to control others' actions or the situations around you. Resistance to change is affecting her judgment. She doesn't think that you're ever going to stick up for yourself. A contract is signed or agreement is reached. You will be in a position of authority. You will be in a position of authority. I would be like, look, my inheritance has got my name on it. You don't possess my name. Even if we were to get married, you still are not me. You don't have, even with being married to me or having my child, you're not going to have access to what was left to me. Not only would the spiritual realm not sign off on that, but the physical world, you're putting precautions in. You're putting the proper, whatever it's called, prenup thing. You're putting the proper protection on your stuff. And the devil can do a lot of things, but the devil can't go against God. So you represent God. Queen of Pentacles. See, She wants to become this stable person that can help whoever she wants, aka Sean, giving money to him off of your money. Nah. You know, she's not loyal to you. That's the problem here. And she's allowed the devil to take her over by inviting it in. Okay, what else do we need to know? Also, if she's been trying to steal your destiny, call your destiny and your energy back to you and say, I cancel and rebuke all destiny thieves and whatever she's been doing behind the scenes. She's also trying to block you from getting assistance. 9 of Cups. You're going to get your wishes fulfilled. She thinks that you're her wish fulfillment, but it's not being with you. It's having access to what you have. They put illusions up and bind themselves to people so one day, exactly when people wake up, years already went by and they miss their divine counterpart. Thank you, Star Seekers, 100%. Yes, the illusions and binding something to them. That's exactly it. We rebuke all bindings. We remove, rebuke, and cancel all of that. Absolutely not. You're still going to get your wishes fulfilled, though. I feel like you deserve an Empress. This person is not prepared to do anything that's in alignment with what you actually want. Okay. I feel like there's one other thing that needs to be revealed, but thank you for saying that, Star Seekers, because you're definitely accurate with that. Okay, so the 9 of Cups is about getting a desire granted. Now that we've intervened on the jinns, I can't believe she's gone to this many different types of witchcraft. Now that we've intervened on the jinns, something is going to happen for you that is a reversal of whatever she was doing. And she's going to be exhausted from trying to take something from you. She's also very self-absorbed. 3 of Pentacles. See, you know, what Star Seekers was, yes, you are Star Seed. What Star Seekers was talking about is this collective of people that you're here to inspire. She wants you to miss being able to do that. But you're here to help other people get their wishes granted by you using your ability to shine a light down on things that people would not be able to see regularly. Okay, 3 of Swords. That's a third-party situation. Sorrow, look, it says sorrow and loss, arguments with the lover, marriage separation, incompatible lovers, cruelty, abuse, and separation that causes emotional upheaval. Someone will betray you. They're incapable of it. They're capable of inflicting hurt. Wow, my ear just started ringing. Mistakes are made, accept their blame for their part. Okay. Also, when you're dealing with people that can't take accountability for their own mistakes, it is what it is. You know, she'll learn in the future, but I don't feel like you should be derailed off of your divine life purpose any longer. And I also feel like her putting blood in your spaghetti, that's disgusting and horrific. And I would never, ever poison nobody. That is so effed up. Secondly, she obviously is not intelligent enough to do any research on what she's doing, because that spell specifically has been the death of many, many people. Okay. It causes people to go insane. Every way that she's tried to bind you, God is lifting that. And what is she going to do moving forward? Nothing. She just wants to take. She has like literally nothing to give you. The sun. She's not powerful enough to blot out the sun. She can't stop the fact that you're a light worker. She can't take away your anointing or make you unchosen. So you're here to bring the light to a whole community. You are a very important person. You need to start looking at yourself that way. Not to say that you're like, oh, I'm better than everybody else, but just knowing that you are a part of a bigger picture here. That's very important. You deserve an Empress, okay? You straight up deserve better. And you're not a cheater. You're not jealous. You're not, seeking after crap that's not good for you. I feel like you're going to find out some really big secrets, Tropical Tarot, about her. Some really big secrets, and it may cause emotional upheaval, but you're going to get through it. You know, God put you here on this planet, and you may be going through stuff right now, but I promise you this, if you commit to yourself and you go after what you truly want, which is somebody that loves you, is going to put you first, that's going to support. First of all, I want you to be with somebody that's so excited about your abilities, that wants to support you. That's like, hell yes, deliver messages to the public. You know, that's what I want for you. That's what God wants for you. Somebody that's going to be like so excited that you are a part of a bigger picture, and then wants to help you shine. That's supportive. That's not like, oh, me, everything's got to be about me. Yeah, you may uncover secrets about her. She may reveal them. I feel like something's being done to where she's going to be forced to tell the truth on something, or it may come out. So yeah, yeah, High Priestess. See, the funny thing is that she thinks that she's the High Priestess. She's not. There is an Empress, though, that you will meet if you say no to her in the future. Okay, that's still in the cards for you. Okay, does she have the ability to become an Empress? Nah, not with the path that she's taken. Yeah, judgment's already been called. It's kind of like, it's like when that happens, you just have to like, like hold on and wait till whatever is going to happen is over. But, you know, she needs to make a better choice. If she chooses to stay with you, then she needs to get on board with what you are here to do. No more wasting your time, sucking your energy out of you, and draining you of all of your, like, I bet if you were to go back to doing your destiny, she would immediately get angry and try to block it. Literally. She would immediately get pissed off and try to block it and say, no, you need to devote everything to me. She is not your God. You need to remember that. As much as you love this person, or you thought you loved her, again, the love spell's broken, but as much as you thought you loved her, she is not your God. God is your God, okay? Your higher self, God is your God. She is not your God. She is not Jesus. Jesus would never do no witchcraft on people and voodoo dolls and that type of crap. And Jesus would also not try to block anybody else from getting help. Jesus would also not try to change the way that somebody feels emotionally. Like, that's why I love Jesus so much. I really do. I love him so much. And that's why I am totally fine with Jesus being king. Like, obviously, think of it this way, with Jesus being the one that's in power and God being the one that's in power, Jesus being king, all of us will be 100% fine. Like, we will all be able to prosper. We just have to figure out how to get along with each other. See, she's the type of person that's got a problem with Jesus being king. I will bow down to Christ, like, and I do every day. That's why I feel like, you know, even though he doesn't need me to stick up for him, I'm just reminding you that this woman is not your God, okay? She's not. She just thinks that she is. And Jesus wants you to be loved by somebody, truly loved and adored. Jesus wants you to be free of oppression and bondage. Jesus wants all of you guys to be happy. And I'm cool with that. I'm in alignment with that. I want what Jesus wants. I want Christ to return through each and every one of us, gaining enlightenments. And in the beginning, yeah, it's always only been God, literally. But God manifested itself as a person, and that was Jesus. That's what I truly do believe in my heart and soul. And I know that Christ consciousness is real because I have tapped into it. It's very high vibrational. Everybody has the ability to gain Christ consciousness. They have to be willing to accept Jesus into their life and their heart, though. and to look at Jesus as a perfect role model and accept that Jesus is king, and stop trying to put the devil on a throne the devil doesn't belong in. Devil doesn't deserve to have Christ's position. Nobody is going to bow down to Baal, Moloch, or whatever the hell else. I really don't care what they want to put a name on it. Nobody is going to bow down to that. Christ is king, point blank, period. And I don't mean to be such a Christian like that, because I really am a very spiritual person. But I just, when it comes to, somebody wanting you to abandon Jesus and abandon God for them, the hell, that is so not okay. And where you have you have a direct connection to Jesus. She doesn't. She does not. She's not connected to Christ, obviously. She's connected to something low vibrational. Chariot. I hope you don't have to call the police on her. Make sure you protect yourself if she puts her paws on you. If you see her shapeshift, like, I'm serious. She's got some weird shit going on. And my solar plexus is starting to hurt. Yuck. Calling in the angels, calling in God. Do not eat or drink anything from her. If she gets mad about that, that's going to be a sign in itself. And remember, she can say whatever she wants to the police, but she's the one that's being aggressive towards you. I don't think that you should put yourself in a situation where you're going to be in domestic violence competing with other people. These people are not even your competition. They're complete losers. And they're up under judgment. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Just know, Tropical Tarot, I am praying for you. The witchcraft that was being done is broken. She's going to try to redo it, but it's going to backfire. And it doesn't matter who she goes to get help. You're going to see through it. What you want to say to her is up to you. But I feel like you deserve better. I can't make a choice for you, but I will tell you that you deserve peace. You deserve love. You deserve a place in the kingdom. And with you coming here with these abilities, use them to help people. You're going through this situation to learn a lot. And what you learn is going to be part of what you help other people break free of. So it's not just happening like randomly. Like, this is a part of a bigger plan. And, you being a part of the bigger picture is important. You having this high priestess ability is important. Also, if you do choose to go in a new direction, the Empress and the mother of your child, the one that's meant to be, will never do this type of stuff to you. They will be supporting of your light work, and they'll also be an intuitive, and they'll want to help you with everything. Okay. And so that, I feel like you deserve to be supported, loved, cared for, and taken care of in the way that a woman can take care of a man. Not to say that any of us are perfect. We're all works in progress, but I don't want you to have to fight the devil forever. I mean, that should only be a temporary thing. All right, let's get one more card and then we'll go. Is there anything else that I didn't see that needs to be cleared? Yes. Yeah, she's trying to block you from completing projects and finishing goals. And I would call your energy and your power back to you. If she does any type of scary demonic shit in front of your face, rebuke her in the name of Jesus. I'm serious. Like, and just know that God is more powerful. Okay. Christ is more powerful. I hope that, I really pray that she comes to God, that she finds God. I really pray that, because she is acting like an enemy. I pray that she finds God, and I pray that you get justice. And I pray that no harm comes to you whatsoever. But you got to be really, really smart about what you do moving forward, knowing the situation. Okay. And she's going to get confirmation that, whatever she is trying to do, she's going to be up under judgment for it. And that has to be called, because you shouldn't be wasting any more of your time. Go back to doing, like, this will be a great test. You going back to doing what you love to do, and then, seeing This is probably the longest reading I've ever done. And then seeing if she freaks out. Because, yeah. Also, it's okay to say no to the devil. All right? I'm going to tell you that right now. You don't need to fear that. And you don't need to compete with anybody. Like, you're a grown-ass man. You don't need to compete with no young-ass little, I don't even know what to call them. Just young-ass little people. Younger people that have nothing to offer, that would never boss up, that are only in this thing with her to see what they can get from you. This is all about taking stuff from you. You have got to know that your destiny is great if you got people doing this shit. I'm serious. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I love you so much. Peace be with you. I did talk about the truth of God, but now I'm going to talk about Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. This is the book that I've written because I didn't have anybody to teach me how to read cards for myself or for other people. So this book will help you. I have this book linked in the description box below, and I have the original Rider-Waite Tarot deck with the description on the cards linked in the description box below. If you learn these cards, you can go to any specialty deck, and when they give you the picture that has nothing to do with the card, which many of them do, you'll know what the actual card means. So who is Vassago? Vassago is an Ars Goetia spirit that King Solomon worked with when he was building his temple. Now, when he worked, and Vassago rules over divination. When King Solomon was like, yeah, I'm the ends all be all. Okay, he had an ego. Anyways, Vassago was like, no, there's this person called Jesus, and we bow down to him. That's what Vassago said to him. So Vassago is works with divination, but how he works with divination is by seeing patterns repeat themselves. So while you're a human, you'll go through experiencing every card in the deck. That's how tarot maps the human consciousness. And the tarot wasn't invented until 1400s, but it was like a regular, it was for royal people, like really rich people. And it was some type of, like, you could research it. It was some type of actual game. Like, the only one I can think of right now is like Go Fish, but it was actually a card game. It was never used for divination. It was until the 1700s, in a different part of the world, that somebody was like, holy shit, this maps the human consciousness, and they had a realization and they started using it for divination. But yeah, so Vassago Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. Why I love Vassago so much, and he's so relevant now, because, well, when I've tried to pull cards for myself, I'm always looking for something, and I could be missing what's actually there because it's like I'm attached to the situation. Vassago helps you see what's actually there, and so that you don't miss the bigger picture. And so Vassago, God, and the Holy Spirit and I collaborated together to create this book for people that want to learn to read cards for themselves and for others, but don't, have a guide to do that. So I'm cool with you guys using the disclaimer that I put at the beginning, which just tells people to use their intuition, obviously. And then there's a really long prayer, similar to the one that I do at the beginning, but it's longer. Okay. And it's with God and the Holy Spirit. And then I have put an initiation with Vassago. If you choose to work with Vassago, you don't have to. There's really no wrong way to use this book, but I will tell you how it's designed. So you can use the tarot card spreads and spells over and over again. The tarot can be dissected into two sections. The first section is the major arcana cards. That's what I wrote this book on, is the major arcana, which are the major transitions, like the devil, the emperor, the empress, the temperance, the star, the world, the sun, the moon, the high priestess, the hierophant, let's see, the death, the fool. I think I said the emperor. What else? The magician, the hermit. So those are the major transitions, which means the moon, which means that I would say that they're like the most powerful energies. Okay, and then the rest of the deck, there's 78 cards in the tarot. The rest of the deck is the minor arcana, and that includes the pages, which are the children energies, the knights, which are people that are usually like in their late 20s to 30s, and then the queens, which are people that are in their 30s. Then the kings, people that are in their 30s, maybe 40s. And then, yeah, queens, kings. And then the aces are the energies that come from God. The tens are the energies that are like complete, like a completed situation. And then you have the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you have the cups, which represent love and happiness, peace. Yeah, my cup runneth over type energy. And then you have the pentacles, which represent finances and money. Then you've got the swords, which represent protection and like self-defense protection, and defending others as well. And then you have the wands, which represents magic, creative passions, inspiration, fertility, putting things into motion. You know, a wand is like casting a spell type energy. So yeah, so those are that's how the tarot's designed. So we all collaborated together to create this book so that you guys could literally, well, you can use it however you want. You can either go from the beginning and so how it's designed is so that you do the tarot card spread on the subject first. That, like, let's say the subject's the moon. Do you do the moon tarot card spread? That gives you the information. Then when you do the spell, and again, I use the word spell very loosely because these are spells with God and the Holy Spirit, and they're designed only for you to help you. You can't do these spells on anybody else. You could give the book to somebody else and they could do it for themselves, but you really can't do them on anybody else. So there's no way to abuse it. Let's say, well, I'll read from one of these. So this book starts off with a 14 zodiac tarot card spread where you'll shuffle the entire deck. You'll pull 2 cards for each position. One card will be your south node where your ego's at. The other card is your north node where your destiny's at. And then it gives you more information of how to step into your north node so that you can start integrating the positive attributes of the other zodiac signs. Okay, and then the spell that goes along with that is to connect with your destiny. So it's to help you to get into alignment. Okay, which one are we going to read from? Let's see. Let's read from the star. Okay, 222. So you guys have an idea of how this book works. All right. So, also for each of the cards in the deck, there will be a number association with the card, a zodiac association with the cards, and the links to all the stuff is in the description box below. And then there will be, number, yes, no, or cautious answer that's associated. So you can use it that way. And then there's a zodiac association. So I have to cover up her boobies, but the star tarot card is the number 17. The answer is yes, and the zodiac is Aquarius. This is the card of inspiration, insight, intuition, and hope. Any dreams for the future will come true. The gift of prophecy, contact with someone who will dramatically change your life, predicts a strong love between 2 people, entering a period of serenity, joy, and satisfaction, a calm period of contemplation or meditation, deja vu, good dreams, psychic downloads from the universe. All emotional needs are met. Use your spiritual gifts and share your good fortune. Okay, so you'll shuffle the whole deck. You'll pull 1 card for each position. Let's see, which one do I want to read? I think I'm going to read position 4, which is the Comet Chiron. The Comet Chiron holds karmic energy and heals personal inner wounds. Its energies are very healing and restorative. Chiron is also known as the wounded healer. If you are in need of healing, that may come up in the card that you pull for this position. If you're trying to deny that you need healing, that can also be revealed in the card pulled for this position. Chiron in the natal chart represents your deepest spiritual wounds and can show you, depending on what house it's in for you, it can show you where you may be having habitual issues. When problems do not go away, they can come back to bite you in the card that you pull for this position. If you pull the Lover's Tarot card for this position, it will show you that your love life needs healing. If you pull the Hierophant Tarot card for this position, you will know that there are wounds that need to be healed in relation to your religious or spiritual path. If you pull the Star Tarot card for this position, it shows you that you're in alignment for healing that needs to take place. If you pull the High Priestess Tarot card for this position, then you will know that you have deep healing, hidden knowledge, and sacred healing secrets within. That could be like codes, like light codes. If you pull the Death Tarot card, then you will know that there is the possibility of becoming fatally wounded yourself or someone around you. If you pull the Nine of Wands for this position, then you will know that you're in a state of the wounded healer right now. So for all of you, if you know about the birth chart, first of all, there's free birth chart calculators online. You can Google search it, and it'll ask you to put in the name you were born with, your birth date, the time you were born, and where you were born. And then that brings up an actual chart, like a map of where everything was positioned in the time that you were born, the moment that you came into this world. Okay, and then the Star Tarot card spread, again, that was only one position. There's like seven positions for the Star Tarot card spread. But the Star Tarot card spells to manifest a wish. Let's see. Then in the back of the book, if you were to pull, like when you're doing these readings, if you were to pull more than one of the major arcana cards out together, I would be like, okay, pause. Go to the back of the book and look the first card up and see if that card combination is there. And if it's not, then I would go to the second card, because it definitely means something. The major arcana cards are the most powerful. When they come out together, it's definitely a message. So I probably don't have every combination, but I could have the combination that you pull. And then always, use the yes and no answer for the tarot card that you pull. Okay. So the Star is a card of inspiration, divination, astrology, predictions, prophecy, destiny, dreams, and wishes come true. The Star can show you what traits and qualities you naturally possess that enhance the quality of your life and the life of those around you. Psychic impressions and spiritual intuition, mental fitness, and powerful third eye awareness. The Star has a spark of passion that cannot be put out. When you pull the Star with any other card, it could point to the abilities that you have in relation to the cards that are pulled surrounding the Star. If you pull the Star and then the Fool card, it could indicate that you're not aware of your star power. If you pull the Star in the reverse and then pull the Devil, it could indicate that you need to call your power back and rebuke the devil in your life. The Star in the reverse indicates that a mental illness can affect you or the ones that you love. The Star in the reverse indicates a loss of hope and a loss of psychic insight into problems. The Star in the reverse is an imposter and a copycat or doppelganger. The Star in the reverse has no natural talent or skill. They lack motivation, are insecure, and always doubt everything. When you pull the Star in the reverse and then pull the Devil card, it could indicate that someone is getting their star power through the devil and their fame will be fleeting along with their success. The Star in the reverse is lazy, dull, and boring. They do not shine. Damn. Straight up truth right there. Check this book out, you guys. It's called Vassago, Vassago, Tarot Card Spreads and Spells. And then The Truth of God also is linked in the description box below. And I have the original Rider-Waite Tarot with the description on the card, so you don't have to look through a separate book. For those of you that want to develop your spirituality, check that stuff out, you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for spending your time with me. Please like this video, tap the notification bell, make sure you guys are subscribed. Yay, we got to 86 likes. That makes me so happy, you guys. Thank you for spending your time with me. God bless you. I'll see you in the next one, okay? Peace be with you. Have a good one. Bye.